misfortunes are going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number, leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it, flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ, the devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio, I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Monday, everybody. Sean, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Sweet.
Gotta love technology. Isn't it great?
It's delightful.
All right, so let us explain.
Yes. Let's give some explanations. So, a lot's happened over the weekend.
A bit, yeah.
That's a fair statement. I'm not doing the show from the studio day Mike Winters.
No.
I'm doing it from the Casa day Mike Winters.
From the couch.
Technically my dining room chair.
Now I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing the show from home.
Yes.
What was your preparation like? Are you still in your PJs?
I put on a T-shirt and shorts.
Okay.
And I threw some toothpaste in my mouth.
Nice.
And some water through my hair.
Fair enough.
And so I am newspaper, go out to get the paper worthy.
Nice. There you go. Not quite camera ready, but presentable.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, just enough to give a slight sparkle.
There you go. So, okay.
So, yeah. So, it's been a busy weekend. My wife woke up Saturday morning not feeling well. Cold symptoms.
Right.
And it actually, Friday night, she was tired. And she went to bed at like 8:30.
Okay.
So, I was just chalked it up as like, oh, busy week,
Yeah.
you know. The
First couple weeks
full
of
week
school.
Yeah, the whole deal. So she woke up, I guess during the night she was getting more phlegmy and all that. And so Saturday morning, she woke up not feeling well, and I was like, well, we should go get tested.
Right.
So she did. And, well, she's got COVID.
Spoiler alert. Jeez. Bury the lead on us. Yeah. Sorry, Kim.
So I feel fine. I have no symptoms as of right now. But I'm staying away from the office for the next 10 days or so.
Yeah. Just for precautionary measures.
Could be longer if I start getting sick.
Shut up. Yeah, because you're basically like in ground zero of exposure right now, right?
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's like, are you guys wearing masks and all that? I was like, why? we were sleep. I mean, that's like closing the barn door after the horse already got out. Stupid. So,
Yeah. So
here
okay.
we sit.
So that's where we find ourselves. But we've managed to kind of choreograph the next couple of weeks of shows, so it should be able to work okay.
Yeah. Sean's going to be our main interviewer in studio.
Sorry. Sorry, everybody.
Because I can't see and they probably can't hear me and all that. So,
well, as far as the listeners go, I mean, if Tanner's rocking the 2-camera set, we've got flat mic set up.
BFM.
Yeah, big flat mic.
Big flat mic. Most people call it big fat mic.
Right. But technically, it's big flat mic. How about chloroform mic? Chloroform mic. Here you go.
Seems family friendly.
Yeah. It's not cardboard mic, so yeah.
That's right. Recyclable mic.
There you go. This mic is good for the environment and
right.
way less methane emissions.
That's right. I'm a number 3 on the recycle thing.
You can see it on the back.
That's right.
All the arrows.
If you see the number 3 in the corner, you can recycle me. So
there you go.
But so here we sit. So we'll chit chat this hour. We got plenty of that.
As if we didn't have enough problems this morning. I had a great night, a decent night's sleep. Woke up feeling refreshed. Looked at my clock and it said 5:57. And I have to be work at 6. So yeah, it's the Mondayest Monday.
Yeah. Well, today wouldn't have been I got up 5:57. I got my commute to work's 8 feet.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're set. Now I remember doing the whole live from the trailer park thing last year, and that was I mean, for what it's worth, yeah, it sucks because you're not in your normal setup, but it's kind of nice. I mean, you do your breaks and then
it's nice change.
It is. I mean, now granted, it's not ideal, but
right.
Given the circumstances, it's nice to have access to all your stuff right there at your fingertips.
Absolutely. Yeah, it would be nice, but there is a certain coolness to saying, I just rolled out of bed, walked to my dining room, and firing up for the day, and here I'm talking to dozens of people.
Dozens of them. Tens of people are listening right now, Mike.
That's right.
No pressure. But yeah, you do a break over here. It goes to commercial. You flip on a quick game of Call of Duty. It's just kind of nice. Yeah, we're on to you. We know what you're doing.
Yeah, and from what I'm hearing, it sounds good on my end.
Yeah, quality sounds pretty good. I'm actually kind of impressed. Technology, it's fantastic.
This is called the illusion of professionalism.
Yeah,
it's all an illusion.
Totally a facade.
Yep.
So okay,
now pay attention to the left hand.
Now I don't know exactly how things are going to work from your end. Are you going to fire things off, or do I do it?
I think I can do it.
All right. Well, let's test this out.
I've got it set up here. Yeah. So you want to give it a try?
I'm going to put my hands behind my back and let the fearless leader control from his couch or from his dining room table.
Well, let me do the rundown.
Yes.
And then I'll hit the button. So, rundown for today's show. It's in this hour, 7 o'clock hour. Yep, this is it.
Oh, yeah.
A whole lot of this.
Well, we got plenty to talk about.
We do.
There's lots going on.
And I'm home. Kim's in bed. I'm by myself. And, all things could happen.
It's crazy. Call the show Sean and the Homie.
Captain Underpants. That's where I am today.
There you go. Like it.
But so we get that this hour. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15 or so, Mayor Dennis Kentai, he was joining us Friday on the show to recap City Council meeting. So we're going to play that for you about 8:15 or so. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to have joining us in studio. So Sean will be chit-chatting with him.
Yep.
We'll have Lance Myers, manager of the Roswell Invaders. And I believe a player or two will be coming along.
Nice.
And, of course, they are playing for a championship. They defeated Garden City in the best-of-3 series over the weekend. And they will start the championship game tomorrow, I believe. And it's in Tucson.
Nice.
Yeah. So
bit of a
there was a glint of hope that the game would be here, but that went away over the weekend.
Well, darn.
Yes, but they're playing for, I believe it's a best-of-3 series against Tucson, and winner is your Pecos League champs.
Do they still play for a pennant? Is that still a thing?
An actual pennant?
I mean, is that still like a thing? Because I always hear playing for the pennant. Do they still do that? I mean, I know there's trophies, but do they still just hand out a random fabric flag?
In baseball, they refer to the playoffs as the pennant race. And I don't think there's an actual pennant. I don't think you get like a little triangled piece of fabric to hang on your wall.
This is flagrant false advertising then, doggone it. Yeah, fine, I get the gold trophy that I have to share with 34 other dudes. What about my pennant?
Yeah.
I have a whole empty wall that I need decoration for.
See, people might be confused and give you small little pieces of jewelry thinking you asked for pendants.
Oh, pendants, yeah. Yeah, that's true. No.
Or they thought that you did something wrong and said you should do some penance.
Penance, yeah. See how much further we can take this one down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, it could get going, but it's going to end up bad.
Just me and a cat of nine tails whipping myself on the back. What's wrong with you? That's just my penance. I just came here to play some baseball.
I just wanted something to hang on the wall.
Stupid. I hit 3 foul balls, and now they're making me whip myself.
Oh, man. So, yeah, that's more of that this hour. But we'll talk baseball in the 9 o'clock hour.
It's good to know that that a gap or separation of this much space doesn't beleaguer our improv skills.
There you go.
We're still right on it.
Well-oiled machine.
There you go.
All right, 7:16.
Hands behind
Let's
my
go
back.
ahead and get you up to date on the weather. Cross your fingers.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Our rain chances look pretty decent over the next couple of days with the monsoon kicking in. Mix of sunshine and clouds today and fairly comfortable temperatures with mid to upper 80s and scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mid 60s overnight and a few showers before midnight, and then more showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy and about 85. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Look at that. Worked. Currently, 67 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 97%. Winds currently out of the south at 5 miles per hour. We do have a 40% chance. Sorry, I'm hearing myself in my head and it's getting used to that. 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms today, mainly for the afternoon. Otherwise, partly cloudy and a high of 86 today. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, chance of rain also at 40%, mainly before midnight. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 66. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. I don't know. Again, I'm hearing myself. It's messed me up. Sorry. Tuesday, 30% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy otherwise with a high of 85 tomorrow. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy. Overnight low of 66. South winds 5 to 10. Wednesday, 20% chance of showers for the afternoon. Mostly sunny, high of 88. And Thursday, sunny, 91. Friday, sunny and 93. And then rain chance is about 20% on Saturday and Sunday. Sunny skies, highs right around 90 for both days this weekend. All right, it is 7:18. Sean, are you there? Or are you doing your show?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay. You got to do the live reads because I don't have them handy.
Oh.
Do you want to do them after the break or?
Give me a second here. Just fill some air real quick.
Okay. The air is being filled by my voice. Brought to you by my voice.
I like it.
Is that enough time?
Not enough. No.
No.
Well, where is it?
It should be in that folder.
Yeah, thanks.
It's a new.
I think it's
we haven't done it in a while.
Yeah.
So
we haven't done it in a while. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so I got buried a little bit. Yep. So that's what he's doing. Well, we could do it on the other side of the break.
Yeah, let's do it on the other side of the break.
All right, let's do that. All right, it is 7:18. We're going to pause for 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and then we'll be back. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters, live from his bathroom. Don't go away.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their tunnel wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
Enjoy more of the speed you need with gigabit internet from Plateau Fiber. Fiber means more speed, and that means more streaming on more devices with less buffering. Plateau offers True Gig, a dedicated fiber connection to download and upload what you want with speeds up to a gigabit per second. Best of all, it's all yours. You don't have to share your connection with the whole neighborhood. Sign up now to ensure your neighborhood is part of the next service zone. Learn more and get signed up today at plateaufiber.com. That's plateaufiber.com.
Got the catch as he dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
It's time to pave the way for the LBK.
Show the world what it means to come from Lubbock, Texas.
Tech has won this game.
Join us Saturday, September 4th, as the Red Raiders kick off the season against Houston on your home for Red Raider football, the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
When it comes to effortless pool care, BioGuard's comprehensive pool care systems are simply the best. That's because each system is broken down into 3 easy-to-follow steps, starting with step 1, adding silk sticks, silk tabs, or silk smart sticks to quickly sanitize and kill bacteria. Then you follow up with steps 2 and 3, using the recommended shock to destroy contaminants and algicide to stop algae. Simple as 1, 2, 3, huh? Visit Mays Lumber today to learn more about all of BioGuard's simple pool care system.
You can count on Mays Lumber Company.
New Mexico families are modern. New Mexico's child support program is modern too. Recent changes mean the modern child support family will benefit with job development and job opportunities, right-sized court orders, resulting in more child support payments and less debt. The Modern Child Support Family Program. Find out how it can benefit your modern family. Call 1-800-283-4465. Paid for by the Human Services Department and aired in cooperation with the NMBA and this station.
You may say I have nothing to hide or I don't say anything the government would want to hear. But why would you allow unwanted intrusions of your privacy? At any given time, there are 3 to 5 agencies listening in on your cell phone calls. DEAF prevents outside entities from listening in by cloaking your phone from all-seeing technology. What they can't see, they can't hack. Sign up now for DEAF at deafprotection.com. That's deafprotection.com.
Coming up on the Monday edition of the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show, catastrophe unfolding in Afghanistan. We'll have the latest for where the Taliban front lines are and our U.S. troops and personnel out of harm's way.
Plus the latest on the border, the challenges of COVID, and all of the insanity with vaccine passports. We'll give you an update and break it all down for you. It'll be the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show Monday.
Travis and Sexton are on Roswell's Talk FM weekdays at 10. Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. And welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Yes.
Yes. Without me in the studio.
Mornings with Satellite Winters.
There you go. You got BFM.
Big flat Mike.
That's right. Good news.
Ooh, good news, everyone.
Those sunglasses in those picture of them, I had lost those. They're recovered.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm pretty happy about that.
Where'd you find them?
In the back of my Jeep. In a bag.
Oh, I just thought you maybe got angry one day. You're driving.
No.
Yeah!
I forgot I needed them to play a certain Grinch back around 'Tis the Season for the Grinch.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in that bag. I just forgot about it.
That's a good find.
Yeah, I was pretty happy.
Mm-hmm. That's like a $5 bill in a coat pocket that you haven't seen in a year.
Yeah, almost. Although I'd say bigger.
Slightly bigger, yeah. Because
my glasses, my sunglasses, I need them.
So my son is, he's a bit of a kleptomaniac. He likes to take things and then hide them around the house.
Okay.
Usually just daddy's things. Mm-hmm. Well, I went ahead and just completely top to bottom cleaned my house over the weekend. And boy, it was like a treasure hunt. I found all kinds of stuff that I hadn't seen in months.
It was like a lottery of just winning.
It was cool. It's like, oh, I'm not going to have to go back to a certain store for a little while at least. Just a nice feeling, you know?
How many writing implements did you acquire?
A few pens. Yeah, definitely a few pens. I found an entire set of markers that I didn't even know we owned. Nice. So that was pretty cool. My daughter has, so several years ago, my daughter had this weird obsession with, they're called Hatchimals Collectimals. I shouldn't know any.
I remember those.
They're these little, they're eggs, and you rub the heart on the egg, and then you could crack open the egg, and it was like a little just a little toy inside, a random.
Didn't they had a big one too, right?
Yeah, the big Hatchimals, and those were like a huge holiday item. But these were like the.
I had some nieces that had those.
Yeah, these were like the trinket version of them. You can get like a few of them. You can get like one for like $2 at like a Walmart. So my kid got obsessed with these, like to the point where everybody, like all her friends and family, were giving these to her as presents. And so as a result, I feel like I should own stock in the Hatchimals company. Over this weekend, I guarantee I found 137 Hatchimals. Guaranteed.
Wow.
Guaranteed. And threw away all of them. Because,
did you?
Well, the excitement of it is crack open the egg. What did I get? Okay, cool. Toss it to the side and go to the next one. That's like the whole thing. It's just for a quick thrill. So, I mean, and she would play with.
They don't do anything after that.
She would play with her Hatchimals sometimes, but like for the most part, it was just, I'm going to the bathroom at 3 a.m. Oh, look at that! Now I have a squirt. I can't remember the name of them in my foot. Yeah, just like embedded in my heel.
Well, if I remember right, aren't they like a timed hatch?
No. These, okay, so the big Hatchimals, like the big, like $50, $60 ones.
Did you those love them or something?
Yeah, those ones you have to like make it hatch. Essentially, you have to like love the egg or like take care of it.
Do
or whatever.
Things to nurture it.
Right. With the little little trinket toys, there was a heart on a egg, and you have to rub this heart until it turns pink. Once the heart turns pink, then it's soft enough to where you can crack the egg open with your thumbs and see what's inside.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just kind of a thing. But she, would love that. But as a result, years after the fact, we now have so many Hatchimals. Less now, but at the beginning of the weekend, boy, did we have a lot.
Are they like Beanie Babies that have any kind of collectible value?
No. In fact, the problem therein is because they're like the whole feature of them is that you don't know what you're going to get. You end up getting like 13 of the same one.
Oh.
Yeah. And then they do that thing where it's like, we're going to color it slightly different, so this one is special edition.
Mm-hmm.
This one's glittery, so it's a rare.
It's like me with the boardwalk, Park Place. I only had like 37 Park Places for my Monopoly game piece.
Yep.
No boardwalk.
No boardwalk, and I'll tell you why. Mm-hmm. It's because somebody important had the boardwalk.
That's right. They rigged them.
That's right. They made
It's a
sure
whole
of it.
documentary about it.
Hey, Mike, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Did you know? Are you aware that right now, at any point in time, now, later, whenever, there are 3 to 5 agencies listening in on your phone calls?
I did not know that. Educate me.
Yeah, well, let me tell you about this, because right now, there's several government agencies, entities that are interested in your information, be it where you're at the time, the products that you happen to be looking at online, maybe some conversations that you're having that maybe they take an interest in. You want them to butt out a little bit? I got some news for you. Deaf Protection, that's DEAF. They're going to help you out. They're enabling assisting framework. You might say that you have nothing to hide, or I don't necessarily need to worry if the government's listening in on my phone calls, but they still are.
Oh, no, he knows. We gotta go.
See? They're aware.
I almost did Def Leppard music behind you when you were doing this.
Oh, you should have. It would have been great. Here's my question. Why would you let unwanted intrusions of your privacy happen? You shouldn't. It just shouldn't happen. DEF prevents outside entities from listening in on your phone calls. They cloak your phone from all-seeing technology. And what they can't see, they can't hack. You can sign up right now for DEF Protection. That's DEAF Protection at defprotection.com. Privacy is freedom. Many known household names use DEF Protection, so you should too. Sign up today at defprotection.com. That's DEAF protection.com.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great product.
Indeed.
And great way to give you a little added security.
That's right. Tell mom and pa government to butt out.
That's right. Mind your business.
Doing my thing.
Use the mantra I used in all of my junior year of high school. Don't worry about me. Worry about your own self.
I got me. You do you. I got this. Don't you
must have said it 1,000 times my junior year in high school.
I like it.
It was that's what she said of 1989.
Dang, way to age yourself.
Very good. So how was your weekend, Sean?
All in all, good. Just getting the house semi, back to square one. I do this every other week. When the kids go back to mom's house, it's fix the place back. But I thought this time I'm gonna get a little deeper. I'm gonna get into the nooks and crannies a little bit.
Okay.
Get to dusting a little bit. So yeah, that was mostly my weekend. I said I was gonna watch the new Suicide Squad, but I ended up doing the dishes. So
Oh,
I imagine
had more entertainment time with the dishes.
From what I've heard, from different rankings and ratings, I probably did have a better time with the pots and pans.
Yeah, it's a bad movie.
I told somebody, I was like, I just want to go watch it just to see how bad it is.
That's the thing. Is like it's not so bad it's good. It's so bad it's bad.
It's just bad. I think the Snyder Cut kind of spoiled us. We're like, okay, so reboots will automatically just be better because the Snyder Cut was better. So this has got to be better, right?
Well,
it's debatable.
Will Smith's movie was better.
Oh, better than the John Cena Pete Davidson flick? Get out of here.
Pete Davidson's been busy lately.
He has. And here's a fun fact about Pete Davidson. He's trying to normalize himself. He said over the next 2 years he's going to have all of his tattoos laser removed.
Well, he's doing a Smart Water commercial, and he's in a chair getting one of the tattoos removed.
Really?
Drinking Smart Water.
Oh,
I don't know if he's really getting it removed or.
Oh, he is. No, for the next 2 years he's in the process, and he has so many tattoos. Pete Davidson was that kind of guy that's like, oh, I'm dating somebody new, I'm going to go get a tattoo. He literally has I think it's a Playboy bunny right behind his ear from the time that he was dating Ariana Grande. How'd that work out for you, buddy?
Did someone not give him the memo that they're permanent?
Did somebody not hug him a lot as a child? No, probably not his father. That's probably what it was.
I know he's got a lot of mental health issues.
Well, dude's dad died on 9/11. That's a rough way to start.
Well, yeah, but so did a lot of people's.
True.
It's true. I'm not trying to trivialize, but
No, I know it's. I know we're
I'm not
coming
feeling
up.
sorry for a SNL superstar.
I know we're coming up on the anniversary, so it's maybe not the best time. But you can't help but feel bad for people who lost their dad on 9/11, but because of something else. Like my dad choked on a biscuit and didn't have water handy, and he died on 9/11.
Yeah, just not related.
No, just completely unrelated to the Twin Towers.
My dad died on 9/11. Oh, I'm so sorry. What happened?
Heart failure.
He fell down the steps when he was picking up a toy from the dog.
Now, he lives in Virginia. He was far away from anything that happened there, but
he's in Idaho.
Right. It's like what's her name? See, I can't even think of her name now. Famous lady, blonde, Charlie's Angels. Help me out.
Oh, Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett died on the same day
Michael
Michael Jackson did. Yeah. That's just a bummer.
Yeah, and she had been battling cancer.
Yeah.
So she was we were all rooting for her and hearing that she was doing well. Mm-hmm. And then she died, and then Michael Jackson died hours later.
Yep.
And no one cared about Farrah Fawcett.
Way to bury the lead.
Yeah.
So, but that's...
By the way, I was more interested in the Farrah Fawcett passing than Michael Jackson.
Same. I was shocked. I was like, Farrah Fawcett? And then I heard Michael Jackson, and granted, that was the bigger news story, but yeah, I was still kind of like, wow, really?
In a young Mike Winters world, there were posters of Farrah Fawcett, no posters of Michael Jackson.
Well, yeah. I was going to say, you kind of fit the demographic of someone who have a Farrah Fawcett poster on the wall.
Yes, that would be.
Mine was just like Sally Field and Forrest Gump.
Between that and Daisy Duke. Yep.
So
all the memories a child needs.
Yes.
Of the 80s.
That's right. You get creative with what you have at your disposal. So schools are playing things by ear right now. Goddard is officially closed down for 2 weeks.
Virtual learning.
Yeah, virtual learning only. And
Carlsbad High and middle school also are the case.
Right. Now because Goddard hit their 4 rapid responses, they got shut down by the state.
Okay.
Because Carlsbad shut down when they only had 2 cases. It was actually a preemptive strike or preventative measure. So they're allowed to continue their sports.
Okay.
So as of right now, Artesia and Carlsbad is still on.
Okay.
For Friday. As of right now.
We haven't heard any word, no changes on the Roswell.
No word yet from Roswell High, but we're keeping our ears to the ground on that one.
Okay.
And
we'll have them Friday night. Obviously, the Goddard game will not be happening on Saturday. They were hosting. Who were they hosting? I don't remember.
I don't offhand recall.
Yeah, but they were supposed to start their season on Saturday.
Yeah.
That will not happen because of the closing now.
But the Roswell High game will continue. As of right now, it will continue on right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. And you can also hear the Artesia Bulldogs playing over on KSVP AM and FM, AM 990 and 93.7 FM in Artesia, as well as online at ksvptv.com.
Absolutely. By the way, since we're talking COVID and all that,
yep,
I do want to let folks know my wife and I have both been vaccinated.
Yes.
My wife has it. So just people wondering.
Bear that in
yes,
mind.
we both have been vaccinated. She got popped with it. I'm showing symptoms, but obviously I'm quarantining.
Right.
Saturday, she went to the ER to get her test because that was pretty much the only place in town doing them.
Right.
And when she was there, she was saying that it was overrun.
Oh, yeah,
There's
pandemonium.
patients in the hallway. It looks like things of, like epic pandemic movies.
Yeah. I have a friend whose dad is an ER doctor, and she was saying that he came home from work, or her mom was saying that he came home from work that night and just sat down in the chair and just like, he just had this look on his face like he had just been through war.
Yeah.
It was absolute pandemonium. And it makes sense because that's the only place that, COVID tests could happen on a Saturday, and everyone is right now in panic mode because everybody's getting it around us. So,
well, folks, don't mess around with this. It's pretty bad again, and obviously, and what my wife told me is she's heard that she's the 6th teacher in the district that got COVID and has been vaccinated.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. How many at Berindo? Does she know?
I don't know.
I'm curious because
they're near the 4.
Are they close? The person I was talking to yesterday is actually she's a teacher over at Berindo Middle, and she was saying that they're like 1 or 2 away.
Yeah, I'm guessing my wife's school is probably in the same boat.
Right.
I'm similar. I don't know for a fact.
Now is she off? Does she have like a sub, or is she doing anything like virtually?
No, she's not feeling well.
Right.
She's got the cold, so she's just staying home. They've got a sub coming in and doing a whole 9. Yeah,
that's good. Video day,
I think
kids.
they're not doing it I don't think they're doing it in her classroom. I think they've been making, because from what I told, they've kind of sealed it off until they clean it and all that. So
I know that nowadays they have like the Promethean boards and all like the technology in the classrooms. But do you remember the sheer excitement? You'd be sitting in class and then you hear like the rumblings back. Teacher's not here today. We have a sub, and then you think, okay, it's possible. We have an 80% chance, and then you hear that squeak, 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 squeak. Yep, the TV cart, exactly. And they roll the TV cart into the classroom. You're like, we get a video. Teacher doesn't care anymore. We get to watch movies. That was the greatest day as a student. I remember one year, I think it was English class. They wheeled in the TV and we were watching Romeo and Juliet. It was like a made for TV version of Romeo and Juliet, but there was a sex scene in the middle of the movie.
Wow.
That the teacher had to fast forward through. And they didn't like stop it and fast forward it. They just fast forward it while it was playing. So like all the boys in the class were just like watching real close, like trying to see any glint of skin.
Right.
Oh, I think I saw a curve.
It's like, just remember.
Was that a butt cheek? Ooh. We should pause for a moment because I actually have to go do a country break.
Okay, so let's do that. It's 7:39. Let's go ahead and pause for news and your Kim Commando update, and we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back. All right. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We'll be back.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Sorello. Don't forget the Artesia Police Department is sponsoring a child car seat safety clinic on August 21st from 10 a.m. to noon at Fire Station number 2. The event will be by appointment only due to COVID-19 spread. There will be no charge for the service, but a message from APD says a $25 car seat replacement fee of $25 might apply. Both the child and the car seat need to be present to be considered for a seat replacement. For information, you can call 800-231-6145. Also, Carlsbad Police will hold a similar car seat safety clinic on August 19th. That will be at the police station located at 602 West Mermod Street from 3 to 5 p.m. New Mexico's court system taking steps now to ease financial upheaval as the state braces for a wave of foreclosures on delinquent mortgage loans, and the state phases out a moratorium on commercial debt collection orders, often tied to credit cards or health care. The Administrative Office of the Courts today announcing staggering deadlines for a return to debt collection orders that can be used to garnish wages or seize property to pay off commercial debts. I'm Jared Sorello.
We know that video games and social media cause our brains to produce dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure. I'm Kim Commando with what happens if we reach a point where we just can't get enough. Brought to you by SimpliSafe. Save 20% on a security system and get your first month of interactive monitoring free at simplysafekim.com. Dr. Anna Lemke is a psychiatrist and professor at Stanford University. She writes in the Wall Street Journal of patients suffering from severe anxiety and depression. In many, the doctor has found a common link: heavy video game playing. Her hypothesis is that each time our brains get a dose of dopamine, it needs just a little more to maintain the pleasurable feelings. And we can get that effect from not only video games, but also from various apps and picking up our smartphones. So sure, the kids are probably spending too much time playing video games, but we adults are also on our phones way too much. Knowing this has made me put my phone down more. Maybe it'll help you too. Get more tech news 24/7 at commando.com.
Sometimes it feels like the course keeps changing right before your eyes. Dell Technologies advisors have the tech solutions you need to help your business stay ahead of the game. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL and do more with modern devices in Windows 10 Pro.
If you haven't tried Super Beets Heart Chews, you're missing out. The grapeseed extract used in Super Beets Chews has been clinically shown to be 2 times as effective at supporting normal blood pressure as a healthy lifestyle alone. Just 2 a day is all you need. Do what I did and support your heart health with delicious Super Beets Chews. Get your Super Beets Chews today at kimsbeets.com. And when you buy 2 bags, they'll throw in the 3rd bag for free. That's kimsbeets.com, kimsbeets.com.
Sometimes it feels like the course keeps changing right before your eyes. Dell Technologies advisors have the tech solutions you need to help your business stay ahead of the game. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL and do more with modern devices in Windows 10 Pro.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Our rain chances look pretty decent over the next couple of days with the monsoon kicking in. Mix of sunshine and clouds today and fairly comfortable temperatures with mid to upper 80s and scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mid-60s overnight and a few showers before midnight, and then more showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy and about 85. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. Tesla founder and chief executive Elon Musk said Friday that he hopes to start producing cars at a new factory outside Berlin in October. The U.S. company had originally planned to begin manufacturing its electric cars in July, but legal challenges and problems getting official permits have delayed the project. A federal judge on Friday refused landlords' request to put the Biden administration's new eviction moratorium on hold, though she ruled that the freeze is illegal. U.S. District Judge Dabney Friedrich said her hands are tied by an appellate decision from the last time the courts considered the evictions moratorium in the spring. On Wall Street, the Dow gained 15 points to 35,515. The Nasdaq added 6 to 14,822, and the S&P 500 rose 7 points to 4,468. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
It's an old story. You go on vacation, you relax, you have a good time, and then you come home to a world of disarray. Your mail is backed up. You have 100 messages on your voicemail. Your lawn is 3 feet tall, and your pool has developed a nasty algae problem. Well, the good people at BioGuard can't solve all your problems, but they can help you with your pool. So before you go on vacation, stop at Mays Lumber at 115 South Virginia in Roswell and ask about their special vacation plan. BioGuard has a wide variety of products that will find algae and take care of your pool. So when you come home from your vacation, you can depend on your pool to relieve your stress and not add to it. Because BioGuard guards more than your pool. They guard your time, your vacation, and your peace of mind. BioGuard at Mays Lumber, 115 South Virginia in Roswell.
We cut to order, special order, products sold and new. You can count on Mays Lumber Company.
It's an idea whose time has come. The MTA Mechanics and Tires Mobile Tire Shop. No longer will the drama of auto service ruin your entire day. Instead, MTA Mechanics and Tires will come to you. MTA will install new tires, fix your brakes, or just fix a flat while your vehicle is at work, home, or even the airport. So skip the drama. Call the Mobile Tire Shop at MTA Mechanics and Tires, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia.
Red Dirt Black Gold 2021 is coming Saturday, August 28th in downtown Artesia, featuring some of the best in red dirt country from Tel Runyon, Josh Malloy, Bart Crow, and Reckless Kelly. 92.9 The Brand is giving you the chance to score a VIP experience. We're talking food, backstage access, and the best seat in the house. Just text VIP along with your name to 291-7468. That's VIP along with your name to 291-7468. Enter for your chance to go VIP from Red Dirt Black Gold and The Brand.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service also allows me to be there for my community in ways others can't. I help my hometown recover after nature strikes. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country and those I care about safe from threats. I also work with a network of professionals that help me succeed. Also, the Army National Guard's education benefits make getting a higher education a reality. Being an Army National Guard soldier makes living and serving in my community more rewarding every day. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television. For the ultimate workout, fall asleep in front of the TV. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 48 minutes after 7 o'clock. Sorry.
Just say 12 away from 8.
I know.
That's the fun of DJ math. Yeah, as long as we're 40 minutes or after, I will always back math.
Well, what's my problem is there is like a half of the second delay in the audio that I'm hearing in my head versus what I'm saying.
Right.
So sometimes that's messed me up. So when I tried to say 48, it just didn't. I was hearing something in my ear.
That makes sense. That's the reason I don't wear headphones over on the country station, because we're internet based. So yeah, there's like a 1.5 to 2 second delay.
Yeah,
it's
well,
undoable.
I got to wear them to hear you. So. Big thank you to Sean. He's coming through big time for us this week. He's going to be holding down the fort at the office. Unfortunately, I'm here stuck at home, which in theory sounds cool, but it's not.
No, the thing is, it's hard to get into the mode of working when you're in your home. I mean,
that's true.
It's just because you separate it in your mind. I'm going to work. I'm going home. When you put your home and your workplace in the same place, it gets in your head.
Yeah. There's a lot more distractions here, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not to mention the fact that because you're set up like that now, when you're off, like on your off time, you could be called back into action. I don't like having that much action, access. It's kind of like the whole idea of, emails on your phone. It's like, yeah, just because you can email me at 9 o'clock on a Sunday doesn't mean you should.
This is true. Yeah, this is very true. But, yeah, we're going to be doing this at least this week and maybe some next week, depending on.
Now, your plan right now is that you're going to get a test today, right?
Well, I was thinking that initially, but then I was thinking, I don't think unless you have a doctor's referral or symptoms, they're not really doing testing.
Really?
That's what I'm understanding.
Okay.
But if I start showing symptoms, then I probably will.
Right.
But I'm doing everything but get the test. I'm quarantined. I'm not going out. I'm head home. So does it matter?
No, not really. That's what that was the mindset too. Was you're going to go get tested today, but you're going back into your home.
Yeah. I'm going to stay quarantined.
Right.
Because even if I tested clear today, who's to say tomorrow I don't get it? You know.
And knock on wood, dude. I'm living my life in a hermetic bubble right now because I'm if both of us get struck down, we might have to shut down.
This is true. Well, hopefully I don't get sick. That's the one thing I'm like, hey, if I can work out without getting sick.
It's such a bummer that it's hitting Kim the way it is. I mean, and I've seen this in a lot of people that are vaccinated. That it's I don't know what it is about maybe the immune system or what, but it's been hitting people in a real bad way. I have a friend, actually, Krista Smith was posting on Facebook yesterday. Her mom right now is in the ICU. Because of it. So.
Okay. Is that how she lost her mom?
No, she's. Did I misread?
I don't know.
I just saw as of last night that she was in the ICU. That's
okay. I thought she had lost her mom already, before.
I don't have to worry about
Maybe
this.
that's a mother-in-law.
Maybe.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know either. I'm speaking of something I don't know about, so I should probably shut my hole.
Yeah, this is the post that she put up. She said, last Tuesday, August 10th, my girls were tested for COVID. They hadn't been feeling well. The same day my mom was tested, she hadn't been feeling well either. They all three came back positive. Forward to today, my mom's in the ICU fighting for air. My girls are doing fairly well, but sick. Kylan is on breathing treatments, and both girls just finished their round of antibiotics. Guys, this is for real. I cannot talk to my mama, who I talk to every day. My girls don't feel good. I cannot fix it. My heart hurts so bad. Please pray for healing and pray for comfort for the family.
So, I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's hitting people in a lot of crazy ways.
Well, my wife is not. I mean, she's got a bad cold. She's been hacking, and she's not having to a point where she's, heavy wheezing or there's a little fluidy going on, but nothing. She's worried if it turns to pneumonia, then it's a problem. That's when you start seeing what you're talking about here.
Which is why, that was the biggest thing I heard was a lot of people were saying, well, just don't cough, don't cough as much. That's what causes pneumonia, when you just hold your cough
don't breathe
back.
as much.
Right. Well, I had a friend was like, if you just, if you have the itch in your throat, just don't cough. No, that's what causes the pneumonia. You need to get that out.
Why did you have a heart attack? You shouldn't just have.
Calm down. What are you stressed out for? Settle down. Come on.
Oh, I love it. That's so. I know you have nothing else to say, but when you
calm down is the worst thing you can possibly.
Mad, yeah, when you're so mad, hey, calm down. I didn't think of that.
I'm gonna punch you in your throat, right? Yeah. Thank you for your wisdom. Why didn't I think of all the things I was doing to just calm down? You're right.
Is that all I had to do?
Thanks, Jim. Why don't you walk into this?
Yeah.
You can't see, Mike. I'm punching air.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. And I think I've told this on the radio, that my mom was a notorious smart aleck like that. That's where I got some of it myself.
Sure.
But when I was a kid, you're always like losing stuff because kids lose things.
Yeah.
A lot of adults do too, but some
Same.
don't outgrow it. But I'd like losing shoes or something, like be one shoe missing, and of course you go, Mom, hey, you see my shoe? And her response every single time was, where's the last place you looked? I'm like, well, if I knew that, I wouldn't have lost the
just go back and you're right. It's always in the last place you look. Go back and
thanks, Mrs. Helper.
Actually, that's not bad, because my parents' response was always like, I didn't wear them. That was the go-to response for them was, I'm not the one who wore them, so I'm not the one who lost them.
You should just yell back, why didn't have me?
I was born this way, okay? I didn't ask to be here.
You made the choice to have me. It's on you.
That's right.
Oh, man. I love those, but they annoy me so much. Like, I love when people do those sayings because they're so obviously true, but so obviously not helpful to the situation.
Right.
That's why I love them.
I've learned through intensive training, and still I get it wrong half the time. Instead of saying calm down, I will tell Rhiannon that you need to have a calm body. Ooh. Because calm down is basically like a demand. Like, calm down! But if you say, I want to see a calm body, that's hands in your lap, calm demeanor, breathing deeply, no screaming. That's a calm body. So you got to find ways around the vocabulary.
Well, wait till she gets older, and because you have a smart aleck gene as well.
Yeah,
that's going to rear its ugly head in her
I'm
at some
sure.
point.
I'm positive.
That will make an appearance if it hasn't already.
It will manifest itself in my offspring. I guarantee it.
Well, see, that's the ultimate. If she doesn't, but her kids. So when you're granddad,
yeah,
that's the ultimate.
That's just concentrated evil.
Yeah, but that's the major win for you.
Well,
you can sit back and just absorb all that karma.
I can already tell my son is like that because he gets in these modes where he'll like do stuff that like to pester his sister or to like mess with the cats, and then he gets this like satisfied smile and evil laugh that I can't. Work is done. Exactly, it's like he's like, yes, like, dude, calm down.
Your kid's got a diabolical
That's
side.
right. Lightning strikes in the background. It gets dark.
When he's in his teen years and he starts growing one of those thin, pencil-thin mustaches, you know what's going on. This has a sudden interest in railroad tracks.
So I got to ask you, I mean, the mustache is fine, but do you have to go with the curly cues? And his response is, yeah.
Where's my top hat?
Where's my bale of rope and that railroad track? My son is Snidely Whiplash.
Well, if he whips out a curses foiled again, you know what's going on.
Hoisted by my own petard. He runs out of the room.
Oh, man, that's pretty good.
Bit diabolical. Just a bit.
Diabolical. Well, how was your day at Evil Camp today?
I probably should have thought twice before I sent him off to Evil Genius School. Granted, that weird school that looks like a castle on top of a giant hill with with a twisty road leading up to it.
Dr. Evil's summer camp. We have sharks with frickin' lasers on their head.
Welcome to our underground lair. It's hard and long and full of semen. Hey, make sure to tune in next hour. We got Mayor Dennis Kintyre. We're going to replay the interview we had with the mayor on Friday, recapping the city council meeting, kind of running down all the activity in the city of Roswell and everything that's been happening here lately. So make sure to stay tuned for that.
The big, I guess, topic was from Friday's or Thursday's meeting was the laying some of the groundwork for some of the marijuana dispensary ordinance. You know, where they can set up shop or they can't, all that good stuff. They're in the middle of dictating or setting those rules, and they're not done.
No,
but they're phase 1 or whatever, how they ever broke it down.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of groundwork that has to be laid before any of it works. I mean, from a retail level, from a sales perspective, from a security aspect, basically we're going to have to set up an entire ecosystem around this one thing. A lot of it being because money can't actually, because of the federal illegality, money can't actually be transferred through traditional means.
That's true.
So they have to actually set up whole new ways of transferring funds and taking care of the financial side of things.
Secret knocks and secret code words to get into things. And
the chicken is in the pot, so to speak.
New England glam chowder.
But that's coming up next hour. Make sure to tune in for that.
All right, I'm going to try this, see if this works. news, and then us. Don't go away.
Your home for Coast to Coast AM in Roswell, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
This hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The U.S. military temporarily suspending evacuation flights out of Kabul after thousands of panicked Afghans stormed the airport, desperate to escape their homeland now that the Taliban has taken control. The number of American troops redeployed to Afghanistan is roughly 6,000. Their mission amid the chaos is to make sure that Americans can escape. The Afghan crisis not prompting President Biden to return to the White House from his vacation, and so far he has said nothing publicly about the situation, although we're told he may address the nation sometime in the next few days. Republicans are hammering the president for what they say is his bungling of the Afghanistan withdrawal. They're using words like tragic, catastrophic, and recklessly negligent. GOP Senator Tom Cotton this morning on Fox and Friends.
We opened up our phone lines and email to any Americans that were stuck behind Taliban lines. In the last 12 to 18 hours, we've had 400 to 500 people contacting us, pleading for assistance for how to get to the airport and get out of Afghanistan. And remember, these are not just Afghan civilians who helped us. These are American citizens holding American passports.
And who, for 4 months, according to Cotton, received no guidance at all. Now they're being told to lay low until they can somehow be safely evacuated. The death toll from Haiti's powerful earthquake has risen to almost 1,300.
Workers tore through rubble of collapsed buildings with heavy machinery, shovels and picks. Their work is even more urgent as experts are predicting heavy rain, landslides and flooding upon the imminent arrival of Tropical Depression Grace. Officials said more than 7,000 homes were destroyed and nearly 5,000 damaged from the quake. Hospitals, schools, offices and churches were also affected.
Correspondent Karen Chamis. Wall Street, the Dow down 267 points, and NASDAQ off 122. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Let's be boring and do a commercial about cash-out refinances. It's Ryan, and our mortgage team will often have a listener say, I think I understand what a cash-out refinance is, but can't that be bad for you sometimes? So let's hit on that. As with anything, it's certainly not the right move for everyone. If we don't have to, we don't want to add a bunch of years onto our loan, or increase our monthly payment too much, or pay more in the long run. But because home values have skyrocketed so far up the last few years, while rates have come so far down, we've seen many scenarios where listeners today can pull out a significant chunk of money from the new value in their home, while lowering the years on the overall loan, while lowering their monthly payment, and lowering how much they ultimately pay. The key is to just look at the whole picture and be honest with yourself about your situation. If you're looking for someone to show you your options, we are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Meadow Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage maker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Not licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
Malaysia's prime minister has resigned after less than 18 months, apologizing for shortcomings and conceding that he has lost majority support that he needs to govern the country.
Wahidin Yassin, an understated veteran Malaysian politician, was the surprise victor after the collapse of Mahathir Mohamed's reformist administration last year. But he has struggled to hold his own coalition together over the past year and a half while trying to address Malaysia's COVID-19 epidemic. Last month, 15 MPs from his coalition partner, the former ruling party UMNO, withdrew their support. And this morning, Mr. Muhyiddin informed King Sultan Abdullah that he no longer had a majority in parliament.
That's BBC's Jonathan Head. Israeli troops have clashed with Palestinian gunmen during a late-night arrest raid in the West Bank. 4 Palestinians were killed. News and analysis, townhall.com. A prediction that China's economic growth will soften this year amid summertime flooding as well as COVID-related restrictions.
The comments came after consumer sales and other activity weakened in July. A spokesman for the Chinese Statistics Agency said this year's growth trend would be low after high, following a relatively strong first half. Private sector forecasters say the world's second-largest economy easily should achieve 8% growth over last year's depressed level.
It's correspondent Jeremy House. Thousands of Northern California homes threatened by the nation's biggest wildfire, and officials warn the danger of new fires erupting across the West is high because of unstable weather. Thunderstorms haven't produced much rain, but they've whipped up winds and generated lightning strikes across the northern Sierra, where crews are battling the month-old Dixie Fire. To get on Wall Street this hour, the Dow down 222 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters. Right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Do I sound a little bit louder now, Sean?
A bit, yeah. It's with the music. I can't pod you up anymore just because you and the music are competing. Once that stops, I'll be able to tell for sure.
Okay, all right.
You definitely sound.
I did
sound warm.
Potted up my board a little bit.
Yeah. Not
yeah,
too
I gotta
hot.
board people.
Yeah, look at us.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
It was actually kind of funny because I had to deliver the remote equipment to Mike yesterday. I wasn't sure what the protocol was, so I just left it stacked up in a pyramid at his door and then stepped way back and rang his doorbell and stepped way back. But we ended up having to move it 2 inches over so he could open the door.
Yeah, he did park it right in front of the door.
Planning isn't exactly my strong suit, all right?
Well, I think it was just like the Domino's pizza guy. He does the same way.
Yeah.
Except for he doesn't leave in front of the door. He's a pro.
Yeah. He's been doing this for a while. Actually, part of me was trying to remember your garage door code so I could just leave it in there.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'll just take it to the door.
I can give you a hint, but I don't want to do it over the radio.
No, don't do that.
In case someone else figures it out,
I think I just remembered what it was as we said it, too. It's 4 digits, I'll tell you that.
Hitler's birthday.
We wanted to make sure it was something we could remember.
That's it. That's the code.
0419.
You cracked it. Oh, man. Well, we do have content this hour.
Yes, we
this
do.
hour, I should say.
Yes, the mayor of the city of, I was trying to think of the word. The hallowed mayor of the city of Roswell, Mayor Dennis Kentai, joined us on Friday, chatting up the post-mortem from city council and all the goings on over at the city council meeting. So we'll play that coming up here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll get that.
Honorable.
On
I
the
couldn't
air
think of the word honorable.
Yeah, let's say hallowed ground. That's
literally
like something you hear at cemeteries.
I literally couldn't think of the word honorable. It just escaped my head for a second. I hate when that happens.
The hallowed mayor.
Hallowed.
I don't think that works right.
Honorable. What she always balks at every time I'm honorable mayor. It's like, oh, honorable. I don't know about that. No pressure.
Well, it's kind of like me when people call me a professional. I'm like, professional what? So.
You don't see it. They use the quotey fingers when they're doing it. It's professional.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, technically, they're not wrong. Someone is dumb enough to give me a paycheck for this.
That's true.
But, yeah.
I've said that for years. I'm like, I would just be doing this in my room for fun. You guys actually pay me to do it? Cool.
That's right. That's right.
I found
Why do you think we're so in love with the Pump Up the Volume movie? I feel like this is my Pump Up the Volume moment.
There you go. Yeah.
That's right.
Why do you think that many of us have seen the movie Airheads at least a dozen times?
See, I could quote one of the lines from Pump Up the Volume. and it would work so apropos in this moment, but it's not family friendly. So
yeah, we got
I just thought of the quote, and I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, I could be doing that. But no, I'm on a licensed FCC signal, so I will do it the right way.
This right here, this is proof that you're a professional. See?
Oh,
yeah,
man.
My my sister posted up a bunch of pictures from just that she had found, I guess, in a shoebox or whatever, and just from childhood. And one of the pictures was Christmas one year. I had gotten a karaoke machine as it was one of my Christmas presents, and I was sitting in my living room doing a radio show. Like the picture was me.
Instead of singing songs?
Yeah, I used it exactly. I would turn the radio on and just front sell and back sell music sets. So the picture though is just me sitting. I can't say Indian style anymore. Crisscross applesauce on the living room floor, with a microphone in my hand, just covering the events of the day. Tell me
Nice.
I wasn't destined for this.
I kind of did something sort of like it.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't. I didn't have a karaoke machine. I don't think they were invented back when I was a kid.
Sure.
But my parents had a, hi-fi stereo, the latest in early 1980s technology.
That's right.
With a turntable.
With all them like levers in the front that you didn't know what they did.
Dual cassette.
Ooh, dual.
Fancy.
Dang.
Yeah. Record player. And modern enough to lose the 8-track.
Nice.
Yeah.
Heck
Highfalutin piece of equipment right here.
So you were spinning wax back in the day.
Well, I tried. I was cassette tape recording because I happened, this high fidelity stereo came with a just great quality 3-inch Radio Shack style microphone.
Ooh.
And with it, I would record my tapes.
Just all the pee-pops that one could ever ask for.
Talking up songs.
Oh, yeah.
Making up factoids about the artist that weren't true.
Of course. We didn't have the internet back then. We couldn't just do spot research.
Oh, yeah. Me and Huey Lewis used to hang out at the ball games all the time.
I remember before the karaoke, because the karaoke machine was an upgrade in technology. Before that, I had I remember the brand too. It was an Emerson dual speaker boombox that
Nice.
my mom and dad had given me. And the cool feature of this was dual cassette, but the cool feature of this boombox was there was a microphone built into the speaker.
Oh, okay. I remember those.
Yeah. So
that genre.
7 years old, I was making not only making radio shows in my room, but I had my own radio station. It was called Shoop 105. I remember that distinctly. Shoop 105, and we would change formats based on the music that I was into at the time. So we went from country when I was in Oklahoma to when we moved to New Mexico. The station went through a format change and it went pop.
Nice.
So it was rather interesting. But yeah, I was doing the same thing, front and back selling. Doing live reads for stuff, making up commercials. It was destined for greatness.
Did you ever sell any inventory on your?
I didn't.
Shoop FM.
Sure didn't. No. The problem was I didn't have a head of sales. I didn't have a sales director out there working the streets.
Yeah, you need a little Thomas Beard for a neighbor.
That's right.
You can sell your station.
I feel like as low level as I was, I still probably could have gotten a Stacy on board.
Like in my head, I've like you've seen these Dodge commercials that they're airing right now, where it's like baby Ricky Bobby from Talladega.
Oh yeah,
Nights in the Day. I picture that now with like you, a child you, and a child Thomas, like starting a radio station.
Someday, I'm going to be on the radio, and someday you're going to be out there selling advertising for me.
That's what I picture in my head.
I'm going to tell people that now is the best time to buy their next new or used vehicle.
And he even slips in a "that's what she said" joke as a kid.
Right. I'm just picturing little Thomas coming into the room. Hey,
have you tried these Dino Nuggets?
They're great.
Amazing.
They're great because you can use the tail. You can hold on to the tails while you dip them.
Oh, by the way, Thomas checked in and said that giant cardboard cutout Mike is hilarious. Like I said, I just like making eye contact when I'm, big flat mic. I just like making eye contact when I'm talking to somebody. That's all.
BFM.
We should do this more often. Like anytime you're on the phone with you should have like a giant cardboard cutout of your mom. If you're like on the phone with mom, it just makes things easier.
There you go. Hey, I got another idea. Cut the top half of my head off, and then pretend I'm Canadian, and then I can talk.
Hey, that's right, buddy. Flap, flap, flap.
It's a little South Park reference.
A, B, C, D, E, F, buddy. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, guy.
That could be the new Terrence and Phillip.
Oh, I'm sorry. A, B, C, D, E, F, friend. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, buddy. Q, R, S, T, U, guy.
I'm sure our interview is going to take some time,
yeah,
so
we
I
should
probably should do the breaks and all that. So first, it is 8:15. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Our rain chances look pretty decent over the next couple of days with the monsoon kicking in. Mix of sunshine and clouds today and fairly comfortable temperatures with mid to upper 80s and scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mid 60s overnight and a few showers before midnight, and then more showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy and about 85. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Sorry, I picked up my mic late. Currently 67 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 97%. Winds are calm at the moment. But we do have rain chances. 40% today, mainly after 3 o'clock today. Partly cloudy otherwise, high of 86 with south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly before midnight. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 6 to 6. South winds 5 to 10. Tuesday, 30% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy otherwise. Highs near 85 expected with south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For you Wednesday, 20% chance of showers for the afternoon. Mostly sunny. High of 88. Thursday, sunny and 91. Friday, sunny and 93. And some rain chances for the weekend. 20% on Saturday and Sunday. Mostly sunny. Highs right around 90 both days. All right. It is 8:17. We're going to take a 3-minute commercial break. And then on the other side of the break, Sean is going to cue up our interview we had with Mayor Dennis Kentai on Friday after the city council meeting, and he recapped all that happened at the meeting on Thursday. So that's up next. Don't go away, please. You're listening to Mornings with Virtual Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Gosh, can anyone remember a summer as nice as this? And Roswell families are certainly making the most of it, starting with a visit to the Tailgate Nation at Roswell Ford. From pickups and SUVs to family sedans and sports cars, Roswell Ford has the area's biggest selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at just $5,000. Dozens of premium late-model vehicles ready to serve your family for many years and many miles to come. Each one has passed a thorough 139-point inspection, and Roswell Ford gives you a 3-day money-back guarantee so you can buy with confidence. Of course, Roswell Ford is always looking for gently used cars and trucks. So if you have one you'd like to sell, bring it by and let us make you an offer. You'll probably be surprised at how much it's worth. It's tailgate season, and a fresh new vehicle from Roswell Ford will help your family enjoy it like never before. So grab the cooler and the barbecue and come see us at Roswell Ford, the Tailgate Nation at the corner of 9th and Main.
Hey, this is Dr. Keon Egger at Carabelli Dental in Roswell. Our office is passionate about creating beautiful, long-lasting smiles. But here's the thing. Sometimes that means dentures, and that's not a bad thing. These aren't your grandma's dentures. We combine artistry and the latest technology to create beautiful, natural-looking teeth. If you are in southeastern New Mexico and you have dentures or are considering dentures, you need to come visit us at Carabelli Dental.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental or call 622-4455.
Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
Bob Reed Pest Control is committed to providing the most modern pest control management solutions for homes and businesses. Bob Reed can handle every aspect of pest control, from general insects to trees, shrubs, yard treatments, and commercial weed control. They're the only authorized Centricon termite elimination system operator in southeastern New Mexico. No job is too big or too small. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today. Southeastern New Mexico's pest management professionals, 623-5344, and find them fast in names and numbers.
College football is back on the High Plains. You don't want to miss out on your Eastern New Mexico University Greyhounds' return to the gridiron as they welcome 6 home opponents this fall. The home schedule features the Wagon Wheel rivalry game versus West Texas A&M, our annual homecoming game, and the home opener on September 2nd versus Central Washington. Season tickets are now available for as low as $25 per person. Call 575-562-2153 or visit goeasternathletics.com for more information. ENMU Greyhound football all in.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A group of 12 or more cows is called a flink. If you have only 11 cows, that's called a lot of cow pies. Here's Mike Winters.
Joining us in studio this morning, man, I got all kinds of junk notifications showing up there with important stuff. I thought it was important stuff. It's not.
I thought I was going to make it through my burritos, but no.
Well, stall here. I'll stall for a second. You get there. We'll go through slow here.
Let me get the first one.
Okay, he's down to the. Now, did you get ones with green chili in it or no?
Because I think this one has. Okay, I didn't see it in this one.
McDonald's has a deal now, a promotion where for a limited time they're going to put green chili for free on any breakfast item. And so Tanner did a smattering of putting green chili in everything. So
you got to put it in everything. Now, I had a visit with Nick Snowberger. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was Monday, and Nick and I were talking, and he's telling me this McDonald's here is the busiest one in the state.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty busy every time I go through there. They've got a bunch of people getting in and out of there.
And I like how they've got the people out in front,
kind of getting ahead of it and taking orders ahead, and
that is a Chick-fil-A thing. But
yeah,
well, Nick's a sharp guy, and he's on top of this stuff. He picked up the restaurants in Carlsbad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think about a month ago or so. He got he pretty much has all the McDonald's in the Pecos Valley now, because he got Artesia several years ago, and then now just purchased the Carlsbad one. So, by the way, mmchire.com. They're looking for employees. And I know with Nick, I've said this every time, there's a lot of people in Nick's management team. They started out working at one of the McDonald's, flipping burgers and, cleaning the lobby and doing the entry-level stuff at McDonald's. And now they're part of his management team, so making good money and things like that. So they are looking for employees. McHire.com is the website, including for the South Main one that they're working on.
Not Nick Hire, but Mick Hire.
Mick Hire. Yeah. Nick Hire, I don't know where that'll take you.
No. Probably China. Or maybe one of those nasty websites.
It could be.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Mayor Dennis Kentai joining us officially in studio to discuss that's Dennis Kentai. Now it's Mayor Dennis Kentai. There we go.
Where'd he go? All right, yeah.
But yes, Mayor Dennis Kentai joined us. For folks that don't know, last night was a city council meeting for the city of Roswell, and of course the mayor joined us yesterday to preview it. I say go back and watch it, but you really don't have to. Just hang out here right now, and he'll give you what happened.
I'll give you the go-tos.
Yeah. But as you said, we started out a 3-hour meeting last night, so that's
not bad.
I would call that average, right? For a city council.
We don't usually get none under 3.
Yeah,
not normal.
So I'd call that average, about average for a length meeting tonight, which is not bad. I mean, they've had some
some that go to midnight before, and they start at 6 p.m. By the way.
6 p.m. Yes, sir. We're rocking and rolling.
But there was a lot of housekeeping stuff, and obviously the big thing on the agenda last night was the marijuana ordinance and how municipalities are going to be implementing those and things. And of course, the city of Roswell is right in the middle of deciding how we're going to do that. And so, and this is a phase thing. Decisions made, everything. It's not all done in one day. It's basically it's in phases because basically you're creating policy that, I mean, there is a little bit of guidance on, but you're kind of writing the book as you go on this a little bit.
We're basically building the plane in air.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what this boils down to. We got off to, we had first regular meeting of the council with new city councilor Daniel Lopez present.
So this is his first meeting.
Yeah, well, he was at the special on the 29th, but this is his first regular one.
Gotcha.
So I tapped him to do the pledge.
Put the new guy in?
Yeah, put him right there. Throw him to the wolves.
Now, for the folks that don't know, Mr. Peterson it took a job with the city.
Correct.
Which basically disqualified him for eligibility as city councilor. So he had to step down to do that position.
And what it is, it's interesting. It is actually a personnel policy. We do not hire the immediate spouses or city councilors. In other words, an elected official or their spouse cannot be hired by the city. So he wanted a job with the city so this is not like a state statute or an ordinance or anything. It's just a personnel policy.
Well, and to be honest, it's for transparency purposes. You know, you've heard of those terms, nepotism and things, and the last thing you want is a bunch of that going on in your government.
Isn't nepotism that ice cream with all three flavors?
It is.
I love that ice cream.
I'm the guy who eats the vanilla and chocolate, leaves the strawberry all by itself in there. That's me.
Man, that's not right. That's just not right.
I'm that guy.
So here we are, moving, rocking and rolling along. I noticed that I said it yesterday on the air. I'll repeat it again today. City of Roswell does not require employees to get vaccinated. We do not require people who come into city facilities to be vaccinated. We do not require anybody to be masked. You're grown up. We expect you to make your own health decisions.
Sure.
And take care of yourself. And that's that. This is still America.
Kind of one of those things where you say, you know what, probably a good idea, get you things doing that, but you know what, we're not going to force you. We're not going to require you. We're not going to check to do that. But you are responsible for you. You will therefore be rewarded or reap with the consequences or
whatever happens.
Rewards for the decision that you make, and that's what it is. You know, as every other thing in life is.
And I like I said, I'm an advocate for, fan of the Trump vaccines, my favorite term. And I've gotten the vaccine. 2 of my 3 daughters have. My wife has. So we're all good. All right. So we walk in. We had a couple public hearings, and these are like where we ask for comments. The first one was for Backdraft Barbecue. That's that place over there on Railroad. Used to be Third Street Station.
Yeah.
And these liquor licenses are a pain in the neck. So they got a restaurant liquor license. It was approved 8-1. Councilor Sanchez was a little late getting there. Councilor Moore, for her reasons, voted against it.
Okay.
Then we got into the whole ordinance thing on marijuana. People like to call it cannabis. Whatever happened to marijuana? Just call it what it is.
I guess it sounds more official.
Yeah,
cannabis.
It sounds less dope dealer-ish.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. You had a weed.
It's the Mary Jane ordinance.
Yeah, Mary Jane ordinance. There we go. Oh, my God.
We can't call it the grass ordinance because then people could be confusing it for a weed ordinance. That'd be an old
even a weeds ordinance. You're right. I mean, we got this. One of the things we did have was weeds, resolution on weeds. So we're like, what? You're doing
I thought we already did that one. Yeah. No different weeds.
Some kind of Cheech and Chong routine here. There are people too young to remember that. So anyway, what we are doing is this. We are trying to establish a framework under which businesses can operate. The state, in its infinite wisdom, I say that tongue-in-cheek, by the way, has legalized recreational marijuana. You can have up to 2 ounces, blah, blah, blah. You can actually, here's a good one for you.
All right.
If you can deal marijuana without a license. Oh, yeah, you can do that. But it's a misdemeanor if you get caught. Unless you try to pretend that you're a licensed business. In other words, if you
fake a legit
then it's
dealer.
a 4th degree felony. But if you're just like have your tractor trailer over on I don't know, somewhere on Hobson Road,
okay,
and you're slinging like a couple kilos of weed at a time, it's a misdemeanor.
I'm surprised because, I don't. And what's the punishment for, say, you craft your own beer and set up on the side of the road and sell it? Because I imagine without any FDAs or any of those kind of permits and everything, you're going to get hammered too.
Yeah.
So, whatever you do you know what I'm saying? Whatever rules and restrictions are in place for preventing people from just selling crazy stuff without any kind of assurances it's good stuff,
If you provide beer or wine to someone under 18, it's a 4th degree felony.
Gotcha.
And
I'm just saying, I'm wondering why isn't that the same?
Because here's my ultimate frustration.
Yeah.
The legislative session that happened, excuse me, in January, they did not vote to legalize marijuana. The governor went nuts. Yeah, that gal up there in Santa Fe went nuts and called for a special a week later. She threatened legislators with a line item veto of all their capital outlay if they didn't pass this thing. They allowed no amendments. They allowed nothing to do to fix the flaws in this. And so we got garbage thrown at us because she was so impatient.
It was a bullied.
And this is the governor we got. And she and her cronies, and they're all over the state, including down here. Her cronies, support her and enable her. So we are stuck with this. It's very frustrating, and I think my frustration is showing a little bit, so let me step back a little bit.
I understand.
We are looking at establishing a framework, and there's multiple aspects to this that we're going to have to work on. So last night we really looked on where could you have a dispensary. That's primarily what we looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Later we're going to look at hours of operation, et cetera. But what this
physical location of where one can and cannot be.
Yeah. So the idea being here is twofold. One, to assure the residents where the areas are that you as a family, your children can go to. And then if you're someone who wants to do this, be a dope dealer. Oh, did I say that with my outside voice? You now know where you can look into investing in property.
Okay.
Before you didn't know. So we've got some
little bit of clarity starting to form there.
We will have additional clarity over the next few months as we fix this, or not fix it, add to this.
Gotcha.
We have a whole bunch of sections that are reserved. Now, having said all that, we had a public hearing. We had a number of people get up and speak. Daggone it.
The allergy season and everything else.
I don't know what that is. So we had Ms. Kirk, Mona Kirk from the school board spoke and begging us for making the distance between schools and these businesses greater than 300. The problem is the state statute prohibits us from requiring more than 300 feet.
Gotcha. So you are...
Yeah, we're screwed on this. They didn't, they don't give us any kind of latitude.
Well, it can, not that you would do this, but I'm saying, does they give you the latitude to go the other way? Like they're saying you can't go more than 300, but if you go 250, we're not going to say anything?
Correct. You could have one next door.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It is weird.
I would think it's the other way around, but okay.
Yeah. So anyway, they basically, it isn't that. So we had a lot of good discussion with it. Counselor Moore understood what we were trying to do and expressed appreciation to staff, but in the end, she voted against it, as did Counselor Sanchez.
Okay.
And what they're doing is they're making a statement that they're not happy about this.
Sure.
It was 8-2. All the counselors were very appreciative of staff's hard work, and so we're doing the best we could with what the hand we were dealt by the governor and her cronies. So it's tough, but We will try to make it reasonable. Now, one of the things we're looking at, nothing within 300 feet of a residential area.
Okay.
So we can try and provide some separation, trying to keep it away from where children congregate, playgrounds, things like that.
Sure.
We will probably have to face some litigation because the drug industry, the dope dealers out there are wealthy and they have attorneys. Trust me, I've dealt with them over the years in my previous occupation.
Yeah.
So we will, we're gonna have a lockdown fight on this, but we're going to do our best to provide an orderly and fair path to those who want to operate. There's 5 medical dispensaries in Roswell.
Mm-hmm.
They will continue exactly as is.
Gotcha.
Under the new standards, they will be considered what's called non-conforming. What does that mean? That means that as long as they stay in doing the business they've been doing, nothing changes.
Gotcha.
If, however, they closed the location, it would unlikely be able to reopen at that spot.
I gotcha. Okay, so they're kind of grandfathered in.
Bingo. That's what they're saying.
So if a medical marijuana dispensary also sells recreational marijuana, how does that fall into play? Or can they not do that? I don't know what the rules are on that.
The recreational will have to follow the new rules.
Gotcha. So if they're a medical marijuana facility and they start selling they can't do that
unless they comply with the new rules.
Gotcha. Unless, if their business is X amount of fee, it doesn't fall in there. Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Interesting. All right.
So then we went into the what would have been consent. Councilor Oropesa, as I mentioned yesterday, asked that 5 things come off of consent agenda, and he made the request on Thursday morning. So the first one up had to do with hiring a company to do to be on contract to do tree removal.
Okay.
It's an outfit called I love this, Lawn and Order Lawn Services. I probably shouldn't say this because they haven't advertised. You guys need to come and advertise here on Mike Winter. So, but it's a cute name.
Lawn and Order, yeah.
Lawn and Order.
Ding, ding, I can't do the sound.
Councilor Oropesa voted against this because he feels that all of these people doing the work should be city employees. And you don't have enough of them. There's not enough of them. And our needs fluctuate. I mean, the primary purpose of this is for emergency removal. We get pounded with a heavy storm.
Sure.
We call these guys up, and they help us clear streets.
As a board member of the Historical Society, I'm very familiar with emergency tree removal.
Oh, yeah. It's like, oh, my gosh. Then we had another contract award for janitorial supplies. And we have now 4 identified companies we can get janitorial supplies.
Mm-hmm.
This one was also a 9-1 vote. Councilor Pace was opposed to it.
Okay.
That's another story for another day. I don't know if he fully understood what was happening. This is not a contract services. These are just identified vendors that we can go to with a price list, and bam, you can get them. Now, we have some janitorial people on staff. They would order their supplies through these. And whether or not we have in the future, we're going to have another one of these where we have contract janitorial people on available for, once again, emergency situations.
The stuff you were talking about is just for the material.
Yeah, just for the stuff.
For the cleaners and the papers and all that you need to do it.
Yeah, so then we got a capital purchase buying a new 5-yard international dump truck. Yeehaw.
All right.
So that's that actually swung through 10-0. I think that one's for the water department. Then the weeds resolution, 80 people. Now, here's the deal, folks. You get the letter in the mail. Don't freak. Just cut the weeds.
Yeah, that's just a warning, just a little, hey, we notice your weeds are bad. Get out there and do something. We're going to come back in a couple of weeks and look at it.
We're going to, and
nothing will happen to you if you get them.
Yeah, we don't want to have to hire somebody to go out there and cut the weeds.
I've gotten them in the years past. I live in a neighborhood now where I don't have to worry about that anymore. But yeah, I remember getting those. I think once or twice in the 10 years I lived down my house in the south end. Got the weeds. Usually the alleys where it got me is behind my fence. It get pretty bad back there. And sometimes you wouldn't get out there and cut them in. Then you have to go spend a Saturday and spend an hour out there whacking weeds.
So the next one up, this is mildly humorous. So we're trying to we try to get anything changed in the agenda done ahead of time, because what we have is these PowerPoint presentations, and then we have a voting software where the resolution comes up, and then it automatically records it. It helps with the creation of the minutes.
Okay.
So we're getting on to this resolution on disposal of certain surplus property, and it was the wrong one up for the PowerPoint.
Oh, okay. Technology did not be your friend. It was not your friend at that
There was
moment.
a little glitch because the item was pulled from consent that morning, and somebody, it slipped through the cracks. It happens. So at this point, I said, okay, wait a minute. We're going to take a break. It was like 7:46, so I said, okay, we'll go to 7:55.
Okay.
And so we took like a 9-minute break. Everybody goes to the bathroom. Bam, comes back. We fix it. We're selling off stuff. We started doing this, and it's gotten to be very, this is how we dispose of old vehicles, stuff that was donated to the library.
It's kind of like American Pickers, government's edition.
Yeah, there you go. So we got that through. Then we're back into the what else we this is what's kind of fun. Budget resolution, budget adjustment resolution. Okay, we're getting money from the feds by way of Santa Fe with a little delay, but that's another story. Basically, we got a check for $5.8 million.
Okay.
And change.
All right.
So we haven't really figured out what we're going to spend it on yet.
Okay.
So all we're doing is saying, okay, we got it. We goes into the budget because it's actually arrived. We have to tell the
But
state.
now this 5 point, does it all have to be COVID-related things that it's used on, or
All right,
can you
so
use it whatever you want?
I'm going to you can't do anything you want.
Okay.
But, okay. My position is this, and of course I don't have a vote unless there's a tie, but my position with this is that we ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
Got you.
And I'm generally getting...
oops, I didn't know we weren't supposed to use it for that.
And the interesting thing is, I'm the one who signs these documents saying, oh, yeah, we'll do whatever you tell us to do, and we'll be good boys and girls. And so everybody figures, since I'm the one who signs for it, if we screw up and they get angry, I'm the one that goes to jail. So, they're all going, yeah, I like your approach. Yeah, we'll throw Kintai under the bus. And I'm like... I've never been this popular.
It's good to be the mayor, huh?
Good to be the mayor. Oh my gosh. So anyway, we're still figuring this out. We got to work on this, and because here's the thing: this is one-time money.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to see this again, and we got to use this in all seriousness. We have to do this in a very deliberate, rational way. What are the things we need to build, repair, replace?
Sure.
And it's not limitless. There's total going to be 11.7, which is a chunk, but there's other things we just need to do.
Sure.
Did an appointment to the Commission on Aging. Our dispatch operators, wonderful people. Gosh, those mostly ladies. There's a few guys down there. That is great, a great team, and I talked about them yesterday. We're getting some additional software for them.
Good.
And the beauty of it is we're getting grant money to pay for it. So
good.
Well,
that's the more tools we give the people that help our public and first responders at the same time, we need to make sure they're well equipped.
Yep. And so now the next one up was kind of interesting because it kind of gets into the weeds of how we do budgets. All right, we're like a whole bunch of asphalt chips, right? Chunk, 2 orders.
Right.
Well, why 2 orders? Well, 1 order goes under the line item for streets that are completely the city's responsibility.
Okay.
And the other one goes into the streets that are also state highways.
Gotcha.
So those streets, we split the costs with the State Department of Transportation. So even though we're getting you can't tell one from the other. They're 2 piles of asphalt stuff, right? But no. This is over here because it's on the city street, and this one's over here on the state highway. So,
gotcha.
So
I know it sounds ridiculous, but it does make sense at the end of the day because...
Well, they ain't good. Explain it to me.
Well, it's transparency. It's one of those other levels to keep people from stealing money and said, "Oh, I got it from here." But
Yep.
Oh, that's weird. I always hate when I do that. Turn up, look right in the middle of something on TV.
So then we had temporary employment services, a contract for that. More Pesa was opposed. It was a scope of work for the RFP. We haven't done the RFP yet. We got 10 new police vehicles coming.
Okay.
And we have to pay Code 3 services. Those are the guys over on College.
Okay.
To put in the radios and the lights and make them into real live police cars.
Gotcha. Fix them all up.
So that's flowing through. Now, this was kind of fun because we got some more equipment purchases. We got John Deere 50G excavator. Nice. And what was kind of fun about this is at Counselor Roebuck's request, when when this went through finance, and then so when it came to the council, so we have like 3 different items here, right? We have a John Deere excavator and then a John Deere wheeled loader and 2 John Deere backhoes. They have pictures of them. It's like, think of Tonka toys, right?
Yeah, I remember those.
So it was really looking cool stuff. I mean, it's like, this is pretty darn neat. Yeah.
So the city councilors requesting rides on these things? Or?
I'm requesting. Right, heck, I want to drive the darn thing. No, this is all for the water department.
Okay.
So they got some old stuff, and the beauty of this is that we had this in the budget. Now, the other interesting thing, by the way, is delivery dates on these. On this one in particular, it's between 120 and 160 days. That other piece of equipment we were buying, that was like next spring.
Okay, so these are coming quick.
Well, the problem is, we're not getting in as fast as we'd like.
Okay.
Man, next item up was another piece of equipment. This was for the landfill.
Okay.
Now this one was interesting. We had an accident out there. And we actually had the old Caterpillar scraper that we owned. The road berm that it's driving on to go up and wasn't wide enough, and there may be some operator error. I'm not throwing rocks at anybody, but what happened is the thing slipped off and rolled.
Oh wow!
Multiple times.
Oh wow!
Now
nobody was hurt.
No, the driver was belted in. He's okay.
Good.
And so they took it in. They get it repaired, and took it down to El Paso, and they said, this is a write-off. It's totaled.
Gotcha.
So now here's where it gets kind of funny, because we have insurance just like you do. So we need to buy a replacement.
Mm-hmm.
So the replacement for this thing, by the way, is about a little bit shy of $1 million.
Wow.
The insurance company says, well, you can get like $350 for this. And it's an old one. It's like a 2006 refurbished in 2018. So, and it's not like you have with cars where they have the blue book value and it's all this is pretty much and so we're not really in agreement with what the insurance company has said. So we may or may not get more than the $350, but while we're figuring that out, we're getting this new one because we need to have it. Plus, made some changes out there at the landfill. We got the berms widened, so it's less of a problem. And we're running out of time, aren't we?
Yeah, we're actually out of time.
All right, so that's
good deal. Of course, folks, don't forget, you can see the whole meetings and everything if you want to go back and check out some of the presentations yesterday. Roswell-nm.gov is the website. You can go back and watch them at your leisure, too. Well, Mayor, as always, we'll see you here next time, if not sooner, and appreciate the visit, as always, here. And I guess you got to go sign paperwork now, huh?
I have to pick up my wife at the car lot. She's dropping off the minivan for service.
Do not be late there.
No kidding.
Yeah, you're going to have a bad weekend if you're late there.
No doo-doo, Sherlock.
We'll see you next time.
That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. Tesla founder and chief executive Elon Musk said Friday that he hopes to start producing cars at a new factory outside Berlin in October. The U.S. company had originally planned to begin manufacturing its electric cars in July, but legal challenges and problems getting official permits have delayed the project. A federal judge on Friday refused landlords' request to put the Biden administration's new eviction moratorium on hold, though she ruled that the freeze is illegal. U.S. District Judge Debbie Friedrich said her hands are tied by an appellate decision from the last time the courts considered the evictions moratorium in the spring. On Wall Street, the Dow gained 15 points to 35,515. The Nasdaq added 6 to 14,822, and the S&P 500 rose 7 points to 4,468. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
The massive vehicle blowout is on now at Roswell Nissan with truckloads of vehicles, virtually every make and model to choose from at liquidation prices. Get a 2018 Altima for just $189 a month, a 2016 Versa for just $149 a month, or an 08 Pathfinder for just $99 a month. Get a 12-pack just for stopping by, a Bluetooth speaker with a qualified test drive, and a Target gift card with purchase. And bring your mailer to play Lucky Lotto to win cold, hard cash. Sizzling savings during the massive vehicle blowout on now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Sure, you can inspect your own roof, get out that rickety ladder, crawl around up there and try to spot the problem until... Or you could call the experts at Do Right Roofing. Do Right Roofing has quality products for any type of roof. They can even install seamless gutters. Do Right Roofing will inspect your roof and give you a free estimate fast. Keep your feet on the ground. Call Do Right Roofing today.
575-623-2273. That Do Right. Do your roof right.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Good morning, honey. Hey, I have to pick up the kids from school this afternoon. Can you call...
A home invasion can happen anytime, even when you're at home. Protect your home and the ones you love with whole home security from Zenith Security. The security experts at Zenith Security can monitor your whole home 24/7. So they're ready whether you're there or not. Call Zenith Security Services LLC at 626-3521. That's 626-3521 and get whole home security with Zenith Security Services LLC.
Platinum Auto Services specializes in complete automotive care. It's the shop that does it all. From auto diagnostics and repair to dress up, rig up, and clean up, Platinum Auto Services has you covered. Platinum accepts all fleet management accounts and offers free pickup and delivery, oil changes, tires, alignments, suspension, lift kits, and easy approval financing available for those unexpected repairs. Give us a call, the shop that does it all. Platinum Auto Services, 575-689-6900.
Red Dirt Black Gold 2021 is coming Saturday, August 28th in downtown Artesia, featuring some of the best in red dirt country from Tel Runyon, Josh Malloy, Bart Crow, and Reckless Kelly. 92.9 The Brand is giving you the chance to score a VIP experience. We're talking food, backstage access, and the best seat in the house. Just text VIP along with your name to 291-7468. That's VIP along with your name to 291-7468. Enter for your chance to go VIP from Red Dirt Black Gold and The Brand.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 7% of American adults, roughly 16.4 million Americans, believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. We don't know if they asked them where strawberry milk comes from. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 52 minutes after 8 o'clock. Hey, Sean.
8 away from 9 o'clock.
That's how I like to say it.
8:52 is so clunky.
I like to say it that way.
You know what? Never knock the way another cat swings.
I don't know. It's just how my brain does it.
That's fair enough. You do you, boo-boo.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
So next hour, we're going to talk some baseball.
Mm-hmm. Inside.
We're going to have Lance Myers,
yes,
manager of the Roswell Invaders, and I believe he might bring a player or two along with him. And we'll chit-chat because they're playing for a championship.
Yep.
Yeah, they defeated Garden City, I believe 2-0 in their series.
Nice.
And will now face Tucson in a best-of-3 beginning tomorrow. I believe they leave, I guess, today sometime. I'm sure after they talk with us, they're going to head to Tucson.
I'm not taking notes right now. Not at all. Mm-hmm. I'm not listening to what you're saying and thinking, okay, I might need this information for later so I actually sound like I know what I'm talking about. Okay, go on. You've done your research. I had a lot of this sprung on me 48 hours ago. Not even 48 hours ago, like 37 hours ago.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, this is not how I want to do this.
It's not ideal, but we're making it work. It's good.
Yeah, and hopefully, knock on some wood, that I will not get sick.
Showing off
and
your
my
quality
wife doesn't get
craftsmanship.
worse. Huh?
Showing off the quality craftsmanship of your table. I could hear that. I could hear
My-
the quality in that table.
My dining table.
That's right.
From Glenn's Furniture.
Ooh, look at that. Corner of Union and Alameda, where they have stood the test of time for 50 years.
Well, in all fairness,
Bell's way over here.
You can't throw a rock around my house hitting something I got from Glenn's Furniture. So
I had to do the old reach over.
Over the board. Impressive.
Yeah. No, I had to reach over to get the bell. I'm not gonna over the board ring. Are you crazy? You can't fly blind into an over the board ring. Never know what's gonna happen.
Move.
That's right. I'm not that kind of a quality yet.
Hey,
working my way up. What's up?
I want to recommend a computer or iPad phone game that I've been cooked on the last 2 days.
All right. Hashtag not a sponsor.
It's called Retro Bowl.
Retro Bowl. It's a bowling game?
It's no.
Okay.
It's very slightly reminiscent of Tecmo Bowl.
Oh.
More complex.
So like football.
Yeah. But the cool part is you can be a 40-year-old man and understand it and how to play it. And that's what I like
Just
about it.
because you get football.
Well, not even like Madden 22. There's like 57 buttons and audibles to this and to that. And I'm like, I'm not a professional quarterback. I don't know 12,000 plays of nomenclature.
Right.
You know?
That's one of the things that infuriates me about playing like Madden with anybody. I don't play those games because I know I will fail. Because I don't know like the nickel versus the I look at that and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to click a button until it lets me play.
Yeah. So you might Retro Bowl.
Okay.
You're the quarterback, but you're also the GM. So or the coach.
Okay.
And so you're hiring, you're building the stadiums, you're doing all that stuff. So it's kind of fun. You're building a franchise.
Right.
So.
I've been playing something not kind of in the same vein. It's called Elite General Manager. It actually just came out. It's basically an AEW game where you manage an episode of Dynamite. Essentially, you have to build it. You have to hire wrestlers. You have a certain like budget and all that. And yeah, it's basically the management from the other side of the gorilla position. So it's kind of getting into the inner machinations of it. So I think this might be something that I could get down on.
Yeah, you know what? I just got a text. Someone said I've been playing Retro Bowl for years.
So they're Retro Bowl player.
Yeah,
nice.
They're retro. Little what's that called? OG Retro.
Yeah.
That's a good rap name.
It is OG Retro. So it's your boy.
But it's a crack-like game. Very addicting.
It's crack-like. It's crack-esque.
Crack.
Do you remember and when you said it, I don't know why it reminded me of this game, but do you remember the game You Don't Know Jack?
I do.
That was legitimately one of my favorite computer games ever because it was so mean. It was such a mean game. Like they would be the game would insult you. It was fun. It was nice to kind of disconnect from the rest of the world and be insulted by my computer for a change.
Yeah, it's very 90s.
It very much. Or early 2000s. This was before social media, kids, when you didn't have to log on to get insulted. You could just, have a computer game do it for you.
Yeah. But then it's charming.
Yeah, it was. It kind of had like a nice little, I know you're doing a tongue-in-cheek PC game. You're just being silly.
It's like those restaurants where the waitstaff's all rude to you.
Yeah.
Which is a novelty. I've never been to one, but I've heard about them.
I don't think I could handle it. I feel like
I wonder how level they go. How deep.
I've seen it, dude. They dig. What they do is they find, they're like middle schoolers. These people at these like specialty restaurants, they find a thing that like bugs you about you, and they harp on it. It's like it's like chum in the water, though. They can smell it.
Gotcha. They
know your insecurities like that.
But like, so when they get hired, are they get hired for their serving skills or their you got served skills?
No, because if you look at most of those places, the fare is pretty much normal stuff: hot dogs, hamburgers. So I'm sure it's not necessarily their their quality of, behind the food or whatever, or their quality of service. It's got to be their personality. They had to audition. I'm assuming.
If I'm going to get yelled at, I want a good steak.
That's a hard sell, though. Go to like a Ruth's Chris, but insulting that will insult you. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like most of those places are like diner fare. But you know what? There's an open market now. I noticed there's a hole in the market, Mike.
Maybe like a nasty Ruth Chris.
Mean Mike Steakhouse.
Your stock portfolio fell 12 points today.
Here's your steak, idiot.
You suck.
Want some ketchup for it, moron?
Yeah. All right, it is time for news. We'll be back on the other side. Do not go away.
Your home for Kim Commando in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The spectacular fall of Afghanistan. It's reverberating around the globe and is especially shocking given all of President Biden's previous assurances and his predictions about the Afghan security forces versus the Taliban.
In April, the president promised a responsible and safe U.S. military withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Will not conduct a hasty rush to the exit.
Last month, Mr. Biden claimed that the Taliban was no match for Afghan security forces.
It was better trained, better equipped.
And he downplayed a possible Taliban takeover.
But the likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.
Those statements stand in sharp contrast to the Taliban seizing control of Afghanistan over the weekend. Greg Clugston, Washington.
And thousands of terrified Afghans have fled to the Kabul airport, desperate to escape, forcing closure of that facility for now. The number of U.S. troops sent back to Afghanistan following the initial pullout totals roughly 6,000. President Biden remains on vacation in the midst of the crisis and so far has said nothing publicly. For U.S. Marine and Afghan war veteran William B., what's happening in Afghanistan brings a heavy sense of grief and loss.
Kind of mind-blowing. I mean, it gets to you.
He was 19 when he first went to Afghanistan on Christmas 2001, one of the first Marines on the ground. He had several tours of duty there, now watches as the Taliban runs roughshod over everything.
To see all that happen, everything being erased like an Etch-a-Sketch.
Republicans say that President Biden has seriously bungled the Afghanistan withdrawal. Stocks are deep in the red on Wall Street so far today. Right now, the Dow down 116 points, the NASDAQ 180 points lower. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Let's be boring and do a commercial about cash-out refinances. It's Ryan, and our mortgage team will often have a listener say, I think I understand what a cash-out refinance is, but can't that be bad for you sometimes? So let's hit on that. As with anything, it's certainly not the right move for everyone. If we don't have to, we don't want to add a bunch of years onto our loan, or increase our monthly payment too much, or pay more in the long run. But because home values have skyrocketed so far up the last few years, while rates have come so far down, we've seen many scenarios where listeners today can pull out a significant chunk of money from the new value in their home, while lowering the years on the overall loan, while lowering their monthly payment, and lowering how much they ultimately pay. The key is to just look at the whole picture and be honest with yourself about your situation. If you're looking for someone to show you your options, we are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
Gunmen have attacked an agricultural college in northwestern Nigeria, kidnapping a number of students and staffers, as well as killing several security guards.
Officials say the gunmen in large numbers on motorbikes stormed the College of Agriculture and Animal Science in the northwestern town of Bakura on Sunday night, opening fire and carrying out abductions and killings. This is the latest attack by armed criminal gangs targeting students in the region, as kidnappings for ransom continue to worsen across Nigeria. Since last December, more than 1,000 students have been seized from schools and universities in similar attacks. The latest incident in Zamfara State has once again highlighted Nigeria's growing insecurity, with various armed groups unleashing violence.
That's BBC's Ishaq Khalid. Spain's interior minister defending sending unaccompanied children migrants back to Morocco in groups of 15, saying that they wanted to go home. News and analysis, townhall.com. In sports, Major League Baseball, L.A. explodes offensively, beating the Mets.
The Los Angeles Dodgers pounded out 16 hits on their way to a 14-4 win over the Mets to sweep the three-game weekend series. Among the offensive highlights for Los Angeles, Max Muncy, 2 homers with 4 RBIs. Trey Turner, 3 hits with 4 runs scored. Max Scherzer tossed 6 innings for his 10th win. Mets starter Carlos Carrasco lasted just 2 innings to take the loss. L.A. trails San Francisco by 4 games in the National League West. The Mets are in 3rd place in the National League East and trail Atlanta by 2.5 games. Mike Mancuso, New York.
Roger Federer is going to miss the U.S. Open because of a 3rd operation on his right knee. The 40-year-old Federer says on Instagram that he will be out for several months, acknowledging there is a possibility that his playing career could be at its end. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number, and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Chris Inviernos.
Mornings with Mike Winter, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Sorry, the delay messes with me a little bit.
I totally get it, man. It's a special kind of Monday when you mess up your step on your own name.
Yeah.
I've done it before, though.
And you'll do it again.
I'm going to get Sean. I'm Sean, right? Sean, yeah.
Yeah, that half a second, if I start listening to it, that's when I start, while I'm talking, that's when I botch it up.
See, what I would do is just put them on to check the level, and then just toss them over to the side. And, I know we're having a conversation.
Hear you.
Well, you can. I'll talk loud. You just got to listen loud. How quiet is the environment around you?
And then I got the home around me. I don't want to get all of that on the air.
That's true. It's hard to. It's always hard to gauge radio level when you're not in studio. I remember when I was doing the live from the trailer parks, I was being quiet for the cats. Or I think at that time I had the kids there and they were sleeping still, so I had to kind of keep the level low.
Well, my biggest fear with the cats is one of my cats is a chewer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And there's a lot of chewable things.
A lot of loose cables.
Yeah.
Floating about.
I built my little studio last night, and I covered it all.
I was going to say cord
like big blanket thingy.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, because cats don't like playing with big blankets.
Well, I guess out of sight, out of mind.
That's true. That is true.
And they don't think about it. So I just don't want to. And she doesn't do it all the time. She does it when you start petting on her. And then she needs to rub her face on things. And then she starts wanting to chew.
Right.
Yeah. So it's some kind of weird comfort thing.
My new cat, Tony, is he's not necessarily a chewer, but anything that dangles, he likes to play with. And I have a bad habit of buying the 10-foot charger cables for my phone. So there's a lot of dangling wires in my house. I just like hear a crash in the other room, and next thing I know, I find my phone on the floor because he decided to drag it down.
You should see if Officer Dangle would like the cat. Play with him all the time.
Just new cat goofing. Just new cat goofing. Oh. Everybody who's not seen Reno 911's like, what? What are you, what?
Yeah. Well, if anybody needs a reference,
Uh-huh.
he's the same guy that was in The Odd Couple with Matthew Perry.
Oh, yeah,
for a
that
couple
reboot.
seasons.
I forgot they did that.
Yeah. He's been in a bunch of movies.
That was like 70 pounds ago for Matthew Perry.
Has he gotten big?
He got big. I think he got into some type of drug habit, and I think
I saw that reunion thing, and he didn't look that big.
He's hefty. I think what it is, he's got older man face.
Well,
Everything's
older.
starting to kind of droop a bit.
He was in his 20s and 30s in the 90s.
I know age is a thing, and age happens. I know.
He's probably in his 60s now, 50s? Not 50s. He's in his 50s.
Jennifer Aniston still looks fine. Now, granted, she's probably breaking stem cells over her face to keep herself young or whatever. But
Well, she does all those lotion commercials.
Right.
Lotion and like hair or something.
It's Aveeno, kids.
Yes. But doesn't she do a makeup or a hair one too?
I think so. Yeah. Probably. I don't follow TV anymore. I know the last time I checked, Ellen DeGeneres I think is one of the spokespersons for CoverGirl right now.
Really?
Which I thought was odd because she's not really a makeup wearer, or that I've ever noticed.
That's not what she's known for.
No, right, but she's never really heavily made up. You see like a Sofia Vergara, you think okay, but because I just say that because they were in a commercial together. But in Ellen, it's really okay. I mean, I'm not saying she can't. I don't know her as a makeup wearer necessarily.
Speaking of Sofia Vergara, I have a question.
I might not be the expert on this one. You think we get VD on the phone?
Well, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
Is her son a celebrity also?
I think he's just really, really good looking.
Is that why he's on like every single commercial with her?
Oh yeah, no, that's just because she has an unhealthy relationship with her son. That's
Is that?
I think so.
Because it's not just one product that he's in the ads for.
Right.
Like he does Head and Shoulders with her. There's a food product that they've done together.
Yeah.
Like cheese
I think it's
or
like
something.
pita, yeah, or a hummus or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what's the deal?
Maybe he's worked into her contract. Maybe like that's like one of her writers. Like when agents go to pitch her for spots or whatever. Okay, well you gotta bring the fella in too.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Like I guess is she that desirable that you're like, all right, we'll take the kid too? Or
yeah. I mean that's my going theory. Yeah, it makes the most sense.
I don't know.
Because how else is he getting work? What else is he doing?
I don't know. Go to school and
I don't know his name. Or I'd IMDb him, but yeah.
Something Vergara.
Thanks.
Ted Vergara.
Ted Vergara. No, that's Ted Vergara Hyundai. Come on down to Ted Vergara Hyundai. We're going to hook you up with a great deal on a used Subaru.
Get the Ted Vergara Tuesday special.
Right, that's right. We'll send you down to Mean Mike's Steakhouse on us. Sofia Vergara's son, Manolo Gonzalez Vergara. Okay.
We just call him Tom.
Let's see. IMDb, I guess?
Yeah.
Of course, that's
I don't
movies. I don't think he's been in a lot of movies. This is professional radio here, kids.
Well,
I'll be doggone, he has been in a few movies.
Has he?
He was in Hot Pursuit as a DJ in 2015. Hot Pursuit starring...
Sandberg?
No. It's... crap.
Hot Pursuit. That does sound familiar.
Reese Witherspoon.
Oh, that's one where she's a cop.
Yeah.
I have not seen that movie.
Postmortem, he was in. He was also a director of He was a director of Postmortem, director of Waking Up. He was in Modern Family. So he has some credits.
Yeah.
So my guess is that she's just pulling rank and basically saying, if you want to book me, you're going to have to book my kid.
He's in the biz.
That's right.
Okay.
By hook or by crook.
I'm surprised that breakout role in Hot Pursuit didn't blow him up.
As DJ. It's always funny to hear like bit actors list their credits. They're like, I was snippy handsome guy in, Camp Rock or whatever.
I was foliage number 3 in
I was cute guy in background in American Pie 2.
That's right. I was kilt wearer number 17 in Braveheart.
Cheer number 3. Yeah, in Braveheart, yeah.
I'm the guy who got stabbed by that thing and it fell.
Guy who got run by an airport in Not Another Teen Movie.
Mooner number 7 in
Pallbearer number 6 in 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
If you look in the very far left-hand corner of the screen, you can see half a cheek.
That's right. That's a guy that spends his whole life going, right there.
Yep.
There it is. See, there, right there. Whole life.
There it is again.
Yep. Tom, we know. Okay, we know. God,
yeah.
Let it go.
Oh, is your guest here?
I think I just saw Tanner wander away, so I believe they are.
Okay. Well, before they get hot and ready.
Ooh.
Now I want Hard Knocks has started.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. Do you watch Hard Knocks?
No, but I've heard of it. They're doing the Cowboys this season, aren't they?
It is the Vaqueros.
Aha.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like in real time? Do they do like this season?
It is this season. It's not real time.
But
it's
like
days behind. Right. But yes, like the first episode premiered last Tuesday, and it covered the Hall of Fame game and leading up to that.
Okay.
Which was last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So the new episode will be out tomorrow.
We'll cover Arizona.
And it'll cover this past weekend.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And then the training camp antics.
I don't know if I'd have picked this season to put a film crew with you, with Cowboys. I mean, this might not be the year.
Well, they have some rules now on the Hard Knocks. Like if you're a playoff team, then you are exempt. If you've done it before, you're exempt. If you're a new coach, if you have a new coach, you don't have to do it that year. So there's criteria.
Okay.
I don't know all the rules. They came up with this like 3 years ago.
And that makes sense because, I mean, it's a lot to handle all of the pressure of a season of football and a film crew hovering over you at all times.
Well, certain teams embrace it more than others. Like Dallas is a team that's always like being in the spotlight. Mm-hmm. Jerry Jones.
Sure.
Is, he loves him some him.
Oh, absolutely.
There's other teams that like you'll probably rarely see a Belichick. They're going to make him one day, but you're not going to see many of his.
By BFM.
Yeah. Although that would be delightful to watch.
BFM is making his leave from the studio right now.
Oh, good.
Tanner came in and wheeled out BFM to make room for the invaders.
Well, take care of BFM.
Yes.
All right. Well, should we do the weather?
I believe we should.
Okay. It is 16 minutes after 9 o'clock, or 4 minutes.
You don't have to do it this.
10 o'clock.
You don't have to do it this early in the hour. I don't start it until 20 away. I'm not a smart man, but I can do 20 math. All right. I always wait until it's 9:39, and then I'm like, okay, and 20 minutes away from 10 o'clock. At that point, it's fine. I can figure it out usually. But
all right. Well, it's 9:17.
Simmer down, Michael.
Simmer down now.
Simmer down.
Here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Our rain chances look pretty decent over the next couple of days with the monsoon kicking in. Mix of sunshine and clouds today and fairly comfortable temperatures with mid to upper 80s and scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mid 60s overnight and a few showers before midnight, and then more showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy and about 85. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, 70 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 87%. Winds are variable at 5 miles per hour. Today, we're looking at a 40% chance of showers this afternoon, mainly after 3. Partly cloudy otherwise, high of 86. South winds 5 to 10. Tonight, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly before midnight. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 66 degrees. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms for the afternoon. Partly cloudy and 85 once again. Highs south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Wednesday, 20% chance of showers for the afternoon. Mostly sunny, high of 88. South winds 5 to 10. Thursday, sunny and 91. Friday, sunny 93. And the weekend, 20% chance of showers for Saturday and Sunday afternoon. Mostly sunny, otherwise highs both days right around 90. All right, it is 19 minutes after 9 o'clock. We cleared to take a break, and then, Sean, you interview our invaders.
Sorry, had to step out for a moment.
Gotcha. All right, quick break, 3 minutes, and then we'll talk some Roswell Invader baseball with manager Lance Myers. Don't go away.
We teach our kids to say please and thank you to total strangers, but we get so familiar in our marriages and families, we stop being polite to each other. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and my wife, Miss Julie Smotherman, for the Joy of Marriage.
In the love chapter of 1 Corinthians 13, it says that love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. We emphasize being polite to each other in our family, which promotes an attitude of respect and brings peace in our home. Remember your manners with the person you love the most. Appreciate the things they do for you and let them know.
Being polite to each other can help you avoid conflict. Let's be polite to strangers, but let's not give our best to the people we don't live with. Let's give our best to each other.
If you have any questions or would like further information about the Joy of Marriage Ministry, please go to jomconference.com.
Celebrate heroes during Roswell Ford's first annual 9/11 Hometown Heroes Car Show, Saturday, September 11th from 10 to noon at Roswell Ford. Register now at roswellford.com to enter in the car show. Entry is $20 with all proceeds going to benefit local charities. You must have your vehicle set up at Roswell Ford by 8 a.m. on September 11th with your vehicle on display until 1 p.m. Trophies awarded for first, second, and third place in each category, plus the People's Choice Award. Deadline to enter is September 6th. Do you know someone who makes a difference at home, at work or school, or in the community? Nominate them for the first ever Hometown Hero Award. Complete and submit your nomination form at roswellford.com. You can nominate anyone to be a hometown hero. One Roswell Ford hometown hero will be selected and honored during the event. Register now for the first annual Roswell Ford Hometown Heroes Car Show, Saturday, September the 11th. This event sponsored by LGS Guns & Ammo, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, CRM Discount Awards and Sports, and National Furniture Liquidators.
You're invited to the 15th Annual Ag Invitational Golf Tournament, happening September 2nd through the 4th at the Artesia Country Club Golf Course. Proceeds raised will benefit the Eddy County, Chaves County, and Eastern New Mexico State Fair Junior Livestock Sales. Sponsorship at this year's event includes over $12,000 in prizes, plus closest to the pin, door prizes, free drinks and food, and player and sponsor gifts. Call Juan Jimenez for more information and to sign up, 575-746-6732. Presented by First American Bank, Schooler Purina, DBS Commodities, CVE, Royal Services, and Pecos Valley Equipment.
Wreck 'em. He's got the catch as he dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
It's time to pave the way for the LBK.
Show the world what it means to come from Lubbock, Texas.
Tech has won this game.
Join us Saturday, September 4th, as the Red Raiders kick off the season against Houston on your home for Red Raider football, the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. During your lifetime, you'll produce enough saliva to fill 2 swimming pools. Spit out this bit of information at your next pool party. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning, 22 minutes after 9 o'clock. Sean Smalls sitting in studio. Mike Winters off at his house. He'll be chiming in from time to time.
I can hear.
He's with us. And you can hear like a disembodied voice every now and again. Don't worry, it's our producer from on high. Joining us in studio this morning is Lance Myers from the Roswell Invaders. How are you doing this morning?
Good. Thank you for having me again.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. You guys are on the road. I mean, just nonstop, basically, just going and going.
Yeah, it's been a grind the last half of the season, and like Mike and I talked about last week, we squeaked into the playoffs. We did what we had to do to get there. Mm-hmm. And then we've put it together since, and everybody has really, come together, and we've continued to get the jobs done, and we kept advancing. So now we're moving into the championship series, and we're feeling pretty good about it.
It's impressive too because of it's kind of the story of the Invaders. You guys that you squeaked in, kind of under the wire, and then you went to went over to Garden City and basically dominated. I mean, that's significant.
Yeah, it was it was tough. They are a lot better team.
They can't hear you from here. It's okay. Talk all the smack you want.
They're a lot better team now than they were the first time we played them in the season. They added a few pieces to their puzzle,
Sure.
and we did the same thing. For the most part, we added a couple of guys along the way, but playing there, it was a good environment. They had over 500 fans every game, and it was loud. They supported them, but regardless, we had guys step up. Everybody played a part, and one of the things that I really was very, very happy about was the bullpen, or our bullpen throughout that whole series. The 3-game series, we did a good job at putting things together and winning the games, but without the bullpen coming in and stepping up like they did, in those 3 games, the bullpen did not give up a single earned run.
Nice.
So everybody that came in and picked up whoever it was, the starter got their job done, right. Passed it off to the pen, and the pen we couldn't ask anything more of them.
And everybody has to kind of step it up that much more. I mean, in this, obviously with the playoffs, but also kind of in that environment that every single play, every single at bat matters. Every single thing that happens is the difference between you guys continuing on or just hanging it up for the season.
Exactly, and that's one thing that I've really been preaching of lately is win every inning, but you could even break that down further and it's win every single pitch.
Absolutely.
And one of the biggest things that I can really stress to these guys is you never know when your last pitch is going to be. And that's something that my grandpa used to tell me before every single game. You go out there, and he actually passed away 2 years ago today.
Oh, wow.
And that was one of the things. You never know when your last pitch is going to be, so you play every single pitch like it's your last.
There you go. Put everything you have behind that pitch because it could be the last time you ever do it.
Exactly. You don't ever want to have a regret, or you don't want to go back 5, 10, 20, 30 years from now and say, well, what if I would have done this? If you're giving it your all, if you're doing everything that you possibly can, you're not going to be able to go back and say, well, what if?
Right. So I'm curious. I mean, over the last 18, 19 months, as a functioning baseball team in the middle of a pandemic, I mean, what's that like?
There's been a lot of things happen. As far as some of the teams, I was told, had a couple cases.
Sure.
They handled it the right way. They quarantined their players, and
right.
They took care of what they needed to take care of. I think we've been pretty fortunate with keeping everybody pretty healthy.
Right.
And like I said, even off the field, the guys that I have here, they're great kids. They take care of themselves. They're respectful. And the biggest thing with the pandemic and everything is, these guys are smart. They're not going out doing dumb things. They're making sure they're not putting themselves in bad situations like that.
Nobody's going and licking bus station benches or anything.
Right.
We're gonna save that activity for post-pandemic. We'll save that for down the road. But yeah. So I mean, as far as like the stands, as far as like fans in the stands, I mean, it's got to be a crapshoot at this point. Like you show up at some places and there's empty stands. Show up at some places it's a full crowd of people. What's that dynamic like as far as like when you're on the field?
Fans definitely make a difference. That's in every sport that I've ever played. I really believe that. I feel like they can kind of act as like an extra man.
You play for the pop.
Yes, sir. But so it's a lot more fun when you're playing in front of 500-600 people opposed to 30, 40 or whatever.
Sure.
Whatever it is, and it's like you're playing the game, and it's like at the end of the day, it's between the teams on the field. But
right.
the crowd definitely brings more excitement in, and it's one of those things that, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's just a feeling you get when like all of these people are here, A, for entertainment, B, to spend some time with their family catching a ball game or, whatever it is. But it's like there's just that extra, little bit of fire, set underneath myself, and I would assume, it does the same to everybody else on the field as well.
Sure. Now, on the other side of that, does the silence get in your head? I mean, are you guys able to kind of like play through it? Do you find that in some cases, some players kind of get distracted by the lack of the pop?
I mean, I'm sure it does happen. In between innings, and I'll just use myself as an example here. But in between innings or, as I'm running on or off the field, it's one of those things you definitely hear the fans, whether, somebody's trying to trash talk or, right. Just kind of chirp the players or, they're cheering for their team or whatever, you really hear that. And it's actually kind of cool to hear.
Right.
But as far as the crowd, I've played in front of a few thousand people. I've played where there's one fan in the stands. When I'm up the bat or, something like that, it doesn't matter how many people are there. Mm-hmm. If somebody's saying something to me, I'm not going to hear them. I kind of block it out, channel it in, and, get focused. And that's something, that my dad's told me since I started playing. Don't
Sure.
worry about, the surroundings and stuff. You have to focus up, concentrate here, and, you're here to get that job done. You're not here necessarily
Block them
to
out.
listen to what everybody has to say.
And if that is something that you need, if you need that crowd noise, here's a pro tip: keep one AirPod in, and then just pump in crowd noise into your ear. You can work in your own swells. So like when you're walking to the plate, you can actually like swell it up a little bit. Get a chant going. Have one fan in the stands going, "You suck!" Just work it up a little bit.
Oh,
so back on the road. No rest for the weary. I mean, you guys are straight back onto it.
yes, sir.
Straight back
So
over
we
to Arizona.
after the game, I guess it was Saturday, was the last game in Garden City. We drove the 8 hours back yesterday here to Roswell. We got in around 7:15 or so last night, and then we're going to be leaving again today around 11-ish, and we're headed to Tucson, Arizona for the championship series, which is another 7 hours away, which does bring me to a very good point. Mike and I talked last week about we don't have a bus. Guys have been driving their own cars.
I was wondering about that.
And typically we've taken anywhere from like 6 to 8 cars. It just depends on, who's driving, if somebody hasn't got their oil changed or, whatever it is. But there was a post on Facebook that I'm pretty sure my fiance started yesterday, and we've had an abundance of people, reach out and donate gas money and stuff to help us out for this trip along the way. As towards the end of the season here, it is getting down to a struggle, money wise or
Sure.
whatever, and trying to make it back and forth and everything. So we cannot thank everybody enough.
Absolutely.
And I don't have everybody's names here. I would personally thank them, on the air, but this help and support that we've received since she put up the post, and there's been donations and everything coming in. It's unbelievable. I can't say thank you enough, and we greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. You know what? Make sure to send us that post. We'll post it up over on all our Facebook pages. So
Okay.
we can, get as much attention on that as possible. So yeah, that was actually a question I had, was if you guys were traveling all in a pack or if you guys were just taking your own vehicles. That is quite the financial strain. I mean,
Yes.
all the gas money, all the the hotels and accommodations and stuff like that. That really takes a toll.
It does, and it's one of those things where, I've told all of these guys coming in, you're going to make more money at McDonald's than you will, playing in the Pecos League. However, it is a grind.
Right.
It is an opportunity. It's a place to get your foot in the door and move up, because the higher you move up in independent baseball, the more money you're going to make.
Absolutely. Got to start somewhere.
But if you're doing it for the money, in my personal opinion, if you're doing it for the money, regardless of what level you're at, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. I mean,
unless you're in finance, like the world of finance, I've always felt that same way, because you don't get rich in radio. That's always been the going idea. I do this for the love of the game. It's you have to really have a passion for what you are sinking most of your life into.
Right.
And for you guys, it's all of your lives pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is spent either on the road or on the field.
That's very true.
I have a quick question. When y'all are in Tucson for the series, as far as scouts and things, are there going to be a lot of that for these guys? Are there going to be a lot of eyeballs on them for opportunities to move up after the series?
It's hit or miss. Sometimes, we've had scouts here in Roswell this year, from higher up teams or independent scouts and stuff. I can't say yes or no because, it's just kind of up in the air. They show up sometimes. They don't show up sometimes. They'll send me an email or they'll give me a call, interested about, a player. And I'm hoping, I'm really hoping for a lot of these guys that, there are, and some guys get some opportunities because there's some really good players in this league. And, I've seen guys that, leagues that are higher than the Pecos. And I believe there's a lot of guys on both our team and Tucson's team, that is definitely capable of playing at the next level.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and to be honest, if nothing else, every at bat, every chance to make a play, that's a chance to be noticed. So,
absolutely, yeah. I'm curious though, is that from your perspective, is that like a fear? I mean, I've always wondered if coaches of farm teams, seeing their players get scouted, get scooped up, that affects your bottom line essentially. That affects if you get your power player scooped up, is that something that is a fear for you or a concern even on your mind?
I try not to think about it that way. From that aspect, because even if one of our better players, like and I'll just use Jonathan Fleckenstein and Cody Strayer. They started out the year with us. They both got called up. Our bullpen definitely took a hit when they left. But at the end of the day, one of the things that I told myself, one of the things, that I've talked with quite a few of the players about is if somebody gets an opportunity in a higher league, I will never hold somebody back just to win a few games here or what, like that's these guys' careers, that are on the line.
And there's a point of pride to it too, that you were part of that, their start, that you were at that level where they got discovered and got called up.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. But at the end of the day, these guys are the ones that are putting in the work. They're doing all of this. Really, the only thing I could ever, I guess, say take credit for is I gave them the opportunity to be here. But, even though I guess if you look at it that way, every single one of these guys, regardless whether anybody gets called up or not, these guys, have earned their spot here on the team. They've done stuff in the past, whether it be put up numbers, getting a call, getting referred to me by, a college coach or another guy, that coaches in the, independent professional baseball levels. And, it's just, they're striving to get to that next level. I know that's why everybody's here still doing it. But yeah, no, as far as I'll never hold somebody back, even there's going to be guys that step up, and, a lot of these guys that are here, now this still with us have, they've proven that time and time again. We lose quote unquote 2 of our best back end guys, and then you've got people like Jack McNillis stepping up huge. Josh Smith is another kid from Ohio. And he actually went to the same college that I did, and he was a freshman when I was a senior. But we had a couple of things happen in the bullpen. A couple guys get called up. Josh has started all year. He's been a starting pitcher. He's made the transition to throwing out of the bullpen, and he's been lights out in the pen this year. In the pen playoffs. Starting in Alpine, that correlated and translated over to Garden City, and that's just it's super cool to see the success rate and seeing these guys be able to do so many different things, which
on a couple different hats.
Exactly, and and that's going to help some of these guys get to the next level, because a lot of times getting to the next level is either A, having the connection, or B, being in the right place at the right time, being seen by the right person.
Sure.
And a lot of times it's when managers get calls or whatever it is asking about guys, it's like, look, I'm looking for a starting pitcher, or I'm looking for a guy that could be long relief, potentially the back end of a bullpen. And it's like, somebody calls me, and I'm just going to use Josh in this situation, or I could even use Jack McNillis, who's transitioned from a starter to a reliever, and now he's our closer. It was both of those guys, they've been in pretty much every single role this year. They've been successful. They've continued to get better.
Sure.
And it's like, they're just opening the doors for themselves to make that path a little bit easier. They're showing versatility.
Exactly.
So
versatility, the flexibility to do whatever's asked of you.
Exactly. And a lot of times you'll see that more in position players, where a guy can play second base, he plays shortstop, third base, or whatever it is, and it's like, now he's a little more versatile to a team, because he's not limited to just that one spot. From a pitcher's perspective, like I said, if there's a guy that can start, he can throw long relief, he can kind of be a bridge guy, or aside from that, he could also be a closer. That's huge. And
Sure.
And like I said, I want to tip my hat off to everybody on this team. It's been a really good team effort. Everybody's come together and really stepped up and done their job. But like I said, those are two guys that really have stepped up, and it's really stood out to me. And I couldn't be more happy for them and this whole team.
Absolutely. And that's got to be kind of the fun of it for you as kind of the coach, is the chess game aspect of it, is kind of move them around and kind of see if maybe you had a hidden heater you didn't know about,
Right.
Somebody that kind of hide in the background that was actually just throw the heat for several games. I mean, that's got to be kind of the fun aspect of it.
Yeah, it is. And that's one thing that I've tried to do. I know I'm still young in the baseball world. I like to think I'm young everywhere.
Sure.
But we
all like to think that.
there's always things that you're going to learn along the way. I know I try to chart hitters. I try to figure out what the opposing pitchers are throwing, what to right-handed batters opposed to per se left-handed batters.
Mm-hmm.
What do they throw? Do they have tendencies to go throw a certain pitch when they're ahead in the count? What do they throw when they're behind in the count? Things like that. So, I do a lot of charting and trying to help the guys out. And a lot of the guys on the team, have bought into it. They've been looking at spray charts for the opposing teams. We've been looking at numbers and and everything for opposing pitchers, and trying to use the resources along the way to set ourselves up for the most success, and and then outside of just that, I've been on the phone with ex coaches, managers in higher leagues.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, asking questions and just trying to hey, what would you do in this situation? And then why? Trying to pick people's brains, figure out, things, because, that's one thing that I've been taught since I was young too, is, you never stop learning.
Right.
You want to learn something every day. And when you stop learning, or when when you quote unquote, it all, mm-hmm. there's not going to be that joy there. There's,
right.
There's nothing to really move forward to look forward to.
Once you're comfortable, that's when you need to start looking around and figure out what's wrong.
Exactly. So, and that's one of those things. And it's, that, I just want to stay humble with it. I know that, there's a lot of things that, I still have to learn. There's a lot of things that, I did or I have done that I'm like, hey, I probably should have done this, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like an at bat. And what I tell the guys is, it doesn't matter if you hit a home run or you strike out, you got to get up there and do it again. So like I say, even if I make a mistake, even if I'm like, hey, it probably would have been better if I would have done this, that's on me. I've got to wear that.
But it's the what you take from it that actually matters.
Exactly. So, that's another learning experience. And it's like, then, hey, now I'm able to learn from that, but it's in the past. I can't sit there and dwell on it. We have to move forward.
Absolutely. And that's something that's, mark of a good, good coach and a good team is those that can look at, a mistake, look at a misstep and use it as an experience. It's real easy to fall into that complacency of, of just being the mistakes, being the team that makes mistakes. But if you use those opportunities and grow from them, that's fantastic. So, back on the road once again, you guys heading to Tucson for the next series. Where can folks learn more about you, follow you, find out about the Invaders?
So the Facebook page is updated pretty much every single day.
Okay.
And then during games, I know that there's updates that go on to Facebook. You can also check us out on RoswellInvaders.com. There you can kind of look at the schedule, the stats, basically anything that kind of goes on with the team, the recap of the game from the night before or whatever. Point Streak, you can actually follow the game on Point Streak for free.
Okay.
And that's an app. You can literally go to the web and type in Point Streak and then just Roswell Invaders. The game will pop up. There's no live video with that.
Sure.
We do have a Merit Extreme. Every single team in the league has a Merit Extreme, which that's an app, and usually there's a link posted. There's a link posted on the Facebook page, before every game, so you can go there. That's a live video feed, but it's $6 to watch that stream, sure. And I don't think Tucson has a live radio broadcast like Alpine and Garden City both did. But yeah, no, there's, like I said, there's Point Streak, there's Meritix, and there's also, the Facebook.
The Facebook page is kind of the portal to have access to pretty much everything.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Find them there. And by the way, get a hold of some of that sick Roswell Invaders swag too, because you guys have the dopest merch in the game. During UFO Festival, people were like, wanting to find out where you can get their Invaders, merchandise, because it's a great logo.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of cool things, that you see, and it's like every time you go somewhere, every time, we've had home games and stuff, and we're walking past the ticket booth, it seems like there's something new, that's come out, whether it's a hat, whether it's a shirt, whether it's a new design on something, and it's like, man, this stuff is very cool. And I heard on the stream when Bakersfield was playing Tucson before we were in Garden City, Commissioner Andrew Dunn took 2 boxes of Roswell hats to the field in Bakersfield. Oh wow! For a game where Roswell's not even playing, and he sold all 2 boxes of hats.
Really?
At the ballpark, like it's.
There's an allure behind the logo, because that's the cool thing about having the Roswell team is there's kind of the mystery behind it. There's the people that are just fans of the alien thing. I was gonna say what y'all should do is what the Seahawks did. That find just like one itty bitty color in your logo and then make your whole uniforms that color. I could just picture all you guys out there.
We do have green pants. We've got green pants, a green jersey, a blue jersey, and then of course we've got the gray pants and the white pants.
Sure.
It's very bright.
Yeah. Yes.
And there's some guys that really like the green pants, and there's some guys that really don't.
I can imagine.
They're not bad either way. I think some of it is kind of cool.
I'll have some of the yellow.
But I think the biggest thing too is throughout our season, it's in the summertime, it's hot. Mm-hmm. The green pants are very, very thick. Sure. But it is nice to wear them. I know the people enjoy it. Especially the the outsiders that are coming through Roswell that, like to, come in and see the green pants or whatever it is.
Save those for like the home games.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, for the most part. And then, and I'll say this, Ian Kinseyevich, one of the most animated pitchers or players that I've ever played with or had, play for me and stuff. Great kid. Done an exceptional job all year, but I know, he's one of the guys that he likes to pitch in the green pants, and then he likes to post it on Facebook and say pitching for Roswell in green pants. So, you can check Ian Kinseyevich out on YouTube and see some of the highlight videos of, him pitching, and like I said, very easy to find because, it's pitching for Roswell in green pants.
Hey, when you got a thing that works, go with it. I mean, I like it. Well, Coach, good luck. Knock them out of the park, and we'll see how you guys are on the other side of the trip to Tucson.
All righty. Well, thank you. And I just want to say thank you again one more time to, everybody that, pitched in, helped out, donated with, gas money for this trip and stuff. I know I greatly appreciate it. Everybody on this team is definitely going to benefit from that. And, we can't say thank you enough.
Absolutely. And yeah, make sure to send me that link so I can put that up on our Facebook pages.
Alrighty.
Absolutely. Coach, thank you again for your time, and we'll see you back here again.
All right. Hopefully we can bring your championship back to Roswell.
There you go. Oh, actually, quick question.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys still do pennants? Like, is that like a thing? I always hear like, the chase for the pennant. Do you guys have like a triangular flag that you guys are actually like playing for? I feel like y'all need to incorporate that in some form or fashion.
That's a good point. To my knowledge, no, we don't. But, we are playing for a trophy, and everybody wants one of those rings.
Oh, there you go. Well, I'll get with the research and development. We'll see if we can work you guys up a pennant or something.
All righty.
A fancy fabric flag.
There we go.
Thanks again, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. 9 away from 10 o'clock. Let's take a quick pause for some local news.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Don't forget the Artesia Police Department is sponsoring a child car seat safety clinic on August 21st from 10 a.m. to noon at Fire Station number 2. The event will be by appointment only due to COVID-19 spread. There will be no charge for the service, but a message from APD says a $25 car seat replacement fee of $25 might apply. Both the child and the car seat need to be present to be considered for a seat replacement. For information, you can call 800-231-6145. Also, Carlsbad Police will hold a similar car seat safety clinic on August 19th. That will be at the police station located at 602 West Mermod Street from 3 to 5 p.m. New Mexico's court system taking steps now to ease financial upheaval as the state braces for a wave of foreclosures on delinquent mortgage loans, and the state phases out a moratorium on commercial debt collection orders, often tied to credit cards or health care. The Administrative Office of the Courts today announcing staggering deadlines for a return to debt collection orders that can be used to garnish wages or seize property to pay off commercial debts. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
While we are, as American citizens, being told we have vaccine mandates, mask mandates, vaccine passports, or you're going to be cut out of everyday life to pressure everybody to take their one-size-fits-all medicine, regardless of their unique medical condition, their medical history, maybe rare conditions they have, whether or not they might have had COVID and have natural antibodies, and they might just be shut out of life. While simultaneously, last month, what do we have? Over 212,000 illegal immigrants crossing over the border illegally with a very high percentage of COVID positivity. There are going to be Americans that catch COVID because of the open borders policies of Joe Biden. And there's going to be some that get hospitalized. Some will be put on ventilators and some won't survive. They will die.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
For eligible individuals 18 or older only. Not available in Oregon or West Virginia. Results vary. See website for details and important safety information.
If your hearing aids are 2 years old or older, you may be missing out on the huge advancement in hearing aid technology now available with Lively Hearing Aids. Switching to Lively Hearing Aids is like going from this to this. You'll be amazed at the difference. Our rechargeable hearing aids last up to 30 hours without a charge. Bluetooth enabled, they can stream music and calls directly through your hearing aids. And adjustable settings in the Lively app put you in control of your hearing. If you've been waiting to replace your current hearing aids because of the cost, the price of Lively hearing aids will be music to your ears. Lively hearing aids cost half the price of most hearing aids, and they're backed by a 100-day money-back guarantee. Try Lively today risk-free for 100 days and save $100 at listenlively.com/radio. That's listenlively.com/radio. listenlively.com/radio.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Our rain chances look pretty decent over the next couple of days with the monsoon kicking in. Mix of sunshine and clouds today and fairly comfortable temperatures with mid to upper 80s and scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Mid-60s overnight and a few showers before midnight, and then more showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy and about 85. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Rich Thomason. Wall Street opened lower this morning, bit of a retreat from last week's record highs. One of the factors weighing on the market, the latest report on China's economic growth. Chinese officials predict that growth will slow amid summer flooding and new coronavirus-related restrictions.
The comments came after consumer sales and other activity weakened in July. A spokesman for the Chinese Statistics Agency said this year's growth trend would be low after high, following a relatively strong first half. Private sector forecasters say the world's second-largest economy easily should achieve 8% growth over last year's depressed level.
That's correspondent Jeremy House reporting. Japan's economy grew at an annual rate of 1.3% in the last quarter, and that growth raises hopes for a gradual recovery from the painful impact of the coronavirus pandemic. With business, I'm Rich Thomason.
Gosh, can anyone remember a summer as nice as this? And Roswell families are certainly making the most of it, starting with a visit to the Tailgate Nation at Roswell Ford. From pickups and SUVs to family sedans and sports cars, Roswell Ford has the area's biggest selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at just $5,000. Dozens of premium late-model vehicles ready to serve your family for many years and many miles to come. Each one has passed a thorough 139-point inspection, and Roswell Ford gives you a 3-day money-back guarantee so you can buy with confidence. Of course, Roswell Ford is always looking for gently used cars and trucks, so if you have one you'd like to sell, bring it by and let us make you an offer. You'll probably be surprised at how much it's worth. It's tailgate season, and a fresh new vehicle from Roswell Ford will help your family enjoy it like never before. So grab the cooler and the barbecue and come see us at Roswell Ford, the Tailgate Nation at the corner of 9th and Main.
Have you been dealing with stress or anxiety lately? Don't let that stop you from getting the dental work done that you know needs to happen. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental, and every day we help people just like you have a relaxing and pain-free experience with IV sedation. Just imagine a dental experience where you don't remember the needles or the drills. If that's what you're looking for, we can help. Let us ease your stress and create the best dental experience ever.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main or call 622-4455.
Welcome to the Asian market. This is Nok. Right now we have a new ingredient like galanga, lemongrass, lime leaf, and Thai chili to make tom yam kung and tom kha gai. And try out new delicious noodle soup on Saturday. Come see me at the Asian Market, 5702 South Main. Call for order 840-5309.
You're invited to the 15th Annual Ag Invitational Golf Tournament, happening September 2nd through the 4th at the Artesia Country Club Golf Course. Proceeds raised will benefit the Eddy County, Chaves County, and Eastern New Mexico State Fair Junior Livestock Sales. Sponsorship at this year's event includes over $12,000 in prizes, plus closest to the pin, door prizes, free drinks and food, and player and sponsor gifts. Call Juan Jimenez for more information and to sign up, 575-746-6732. Presented by First American Bank, Schooler Purina, DBS Commodities, CVE, Royal Services, and Pecos Valley Equipment.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The average person spends 6 months of their lifetime waiting for a red light to turn green. Share this information with a police officer that pulls you over the next time you run a red light. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 9:59. Thank you to Sean for holding down the fort today.
Yes, sir. And thank you to Big Flat Mike for filling in the in my seat. It's actually funny to watch Tanner wheel in Big Flat Mike right after the coach made his leave.
Well, as long as he doesn't get my paycheck, we're okay.
No, he won't get your Big Flat paycheck. Don't worry.
Of course, always want to remind folks that if you missed any part of the show, you can go back and check it out at your leisure. KSVPTV.com in the Mornings with Mike Winters channel. Or you'll find them on our 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM Facebook wall. Yeah, so
Poor Kim. Feel better, Kim. I kept hearing her in the background during the interview, and I was just like, oh.
Well, she's talking better today. She wasn't barely talking yesterday. Today she sounds more normal.
Well, feel better, Kim. Stay safe, Mike, and we will talk at you once again tomorrow morning.
All right, man. Thanks. We'll talk at you later.
Thanks again, and join us tomorrow morning for more of this.
Bye now. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. Have a wonderful day.